This is the story of a man who did nothing wrong. All he did was put a bag over a woman's head and tape it shut. Now, I know that sounds bad, really bad, but before you make up your mind, let's see how the police saw it.
So you found a bag, put a bag over her head and taped it shut. There's nothing wrong with that.
See? He did nothing wrong. Besides, he had a reason to do it. The woman with whom he was living was ungrateful.
Everything you did for her, and she never appreciated it.
She did?
Yeah, she didn't appreciate you. She ever tell you thank you?
Yeah.
But not all the time. She didn't mean it. No.
She might have said thank you, but according to the detective who never met her, she didn't mean it. I'm totally on the suspect's side, and so are the police. So, what exactly is going on in this interrogation room? Let's start at the beginning. It all began with a Meals on Wheels delivery. The worker showed up at the apartment of Patricia Falkenstern, a woman who lived alone. But on this particular day, Patricia didn't answer the door. Instead, a man named Keith Kwiskinski opened it. He told the delivery driver that Patricia was sleeping, so he would accept the food on her behalf. The driver didn't think much of it. After all, Keith was another regular who received food from Meals on Wheels. 2 days later, the same driver returned. Keith answered again, repeating the same story. Patricia was still sleeping, and he'd take the food for her. Something about the situation made the driver uneasy, though. He decided to call the police and ask for a welfare check. When the police arrived, they found something unsettling. Patricia's body was in the apartment, already in an advanced state of decay. It seemed Keith had been living there for days while her body slowly deteriorated. Having done nothing wrong, Keith was nonetheless brought into the police station for questioning. But as the investigation unfolded, it was clear that there was more to this story than meets the eye. We spend a lot of time analyzing mysteries and digging into details, but here's something that's no mystery at all, an easy way to make extra cash. It's called Free Cash, a top-rated platform where you can earn money just by completing simple tasks like surveys, trying out apps, and yes, even playing games. Free Cash has an excellent reputation, over 4.5 stars on Trustpilot, which means people are actually getting paid. I jumped into Call of Dragons, built up my city, trained some troops, and started completing objectives. Every milestone earns me more rewards. It's a pretty easy way to make money while having fun. Once you start an offer, Free Cash tracks your progress so you can earn as you play. One important thing, make sure you enable app tracking so Free Cash can track your progress and reward you properly. To speed things up, you can even make a small in-app purchase, and Free Cash actually gives you cash back on purchases. Why not try it yourself? Sign up through my link or scan the QR code and you'll get a $5 bonus on your first offer. If your interface looks slightly different, don't worry, everything still works the same. Now back to the case.
You can set your walker right here, and you can have the seat in there.
Over here?
Mm-hmm. Oh. You good? I'll see you.
All right, I'm Detective McDonough.
Detective Nader Jamil.
The date is September 1st, 2022. The time is approximately... Oh my gosh.
6:41.
Yeah, 1841 hours, 6:41 p.m. We are in the Ann Arbor Police Department, interview room number 334. This is case 22-33739. Are you Keith Kwiskinski?
Yes.
Is how I say the last name? Okay, Keith. I'm going to read you your Miranda rights right now, okay? Stop me if you don't understand anything or need me to explain something to you, okay? Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak or talk to an attorney and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to you, represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand the rights
Yes.
You do understand the rights that I've just read to you. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me right now? And we gotta talk about the situation involving Patty. Do you wish to talk to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I got over.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna have you give me a signature saying you wish to waive your rights and speak with me. Right there.
I can't write where the crap.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I understand.
This room is being recorded, just to let you know.
Okay.
Video and audio.
I can't write where the crap.
No, you're good.
You take your time.
Oh. 1840.
Keith, where do you live right now? Patty or Patricia Falkenstern? Who is she to you?
She's just a neighbor.
Just a neighbor?
People would say that she's my girlfriend because a lot of times we go out together, but she's not my girlfriend. We don't have sex or nothing. She don't want sex and I can't have sex. Since my accident, I can't get my penis up. I'm not worried about sex anymore.
And what was
No, I'm sorry.
the accident you had?
Accident. I was struck by a car a few years back.
Okay.
The lady didn't have no driver's license, no insurance. She broke my neck, my back, my pelvis, and my leg, and sent me 10 feet into a wall.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
Must be 4 or 5 years ago. I was almost in the hospital for a month.
Okay. And you were a pedestrian at that time?
Yes.
Okay. Where'd that happen at?
Right near Veterans Park. I landed into the brewery.
Okay.
I got nudged over a month ago down the street. Somebody kept creeping out on the intersection and knocked me down. My walker was going into the street.
How often do you hang out with Patty?
Sometimes every day, a little while, and sometimes maybe a couple of days a week. We used to go out shopping together and go out to eat.
So every day to a couple times a week is what you're saying?
At least a couple of times a week. Let me see. It was about 5 weeks ago, they said it was a bad spring. I screwed my foot up down the street. Then she screwed her foot up about a week after me.
Okay.
They said it was a bad spring.
Okay.
Is your pep radio on to know?
Is that what they said? I didn't think I bumped it. All right, so what brings us today? What were you doing in Patty's apartment today?
I went over this morning.
Okay.
The security left at 1. My phone was dead. I should have told Meals and Wheels about it when she was there, but I guess I got scared. I hadn't seen her since Saturday. That's when we get Meals on Wheels 3 times a week. And then we got into an argument about the sausage. I didn't throw it out and I didn't eat it.
Who got in an argument?
We did.
Who? Who's we?
Me and Patty.
When was that?
I believe that was Saturday. I think we did laundry on Friday.
So on Saturday.
I was going to replace the sausage even though I didn't eat it. Or throw it out. I don't know what she did with it. So I left.
That was Saturday?
Yes, that was Saturday.
Okay. What time did you go over there this morning? You're saying you went over there this morning.
It was after 2. I should have banged on somebody's door.
So what was it in the morning you went over there, or what time?
This morning.
And what time was that?
It was after 2.
2 in the morning you went over there?
Because she stays up late and watches TV. No, then she had an episode a few weeks back with the neighbor across the street from me.
Mm-hmm.
He went in there and he was on top of her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, and then when you went over there at 2 in the morning, what did you find? How did you get into her apartment?
I have a key.
You have a key to her apartment?
Yeah. But it was already open.
Okay, so when you went in there, what happened?
I freaked out.
Why did you freak out?
I see laying in the middle of the floor. No, the TV is still on.
Where was she laying when you went in there?
In the middle of the living room.
Middle of the living room?
I covered her up with the blanket that she had. She had a bunch of sores on her, and holes and a bunch of dots on her. Never saw anything like that before in my life.
So you said you covered her up with the blanket that she hated?
That she hated, yes. My, I guess, red blanket.
Why'd you cover her up?
Because I didn't want to see her like that.
What did you do after covering her up?
I put my phone on charge.
And what kind of phone do you have, sir?
The government phone.
What does it look like?
Black. I think it's a insurance company.
Can you describe your phone to me as you just did again? What did it look like again?
It's black.
A black phone?
Mm-hmm.
Like an Android, an iPhone?
Yeah, Android.
Okay. And where did you put it on the charger at?
In the living room.
Okay.
He put the darn handcuffs on too tight. Screwed my arm up.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
They're not made for comfort, so we
Yeah.
apologize.
No, but he put it on too tight.
I'm sure he did. He wasn't doing it to be a
No,
jerk or
no.
anything like that. Sometimes they're just, if they sit on your wrist wrong, they're, unfortunately, like I said, they're not made for.
Difficult in that walker with handcuffs.
Yeah. Do you know your phone number?
It's a 248 number. I don't remember.
Does it require a passcode to get into it?
I don't know.
Well, okay, so when you go to use the phone, do you have to do a thumbprint? Do you have to do a code to get into it, or is it just opened up?
Look at it open up.
Anybody could open it up.
It probably so.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with all the functions of it. She was helping me do things with it.
Okay. And the government pays for that phone?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even remember her phone number. I know she got a 616 number.
So after charging your phone, then what did you do?
And I just sat down and I dozed off. And I sat down in a chair and dozed off. I don't even know all the functions of her TV. There was nothing on it when I got there. I screwed it up one day. I hit the wrong button.
You said you dozed off?
Yes.
And where did you doze off or fall asleep at?
In the chair.
And then at what time did you wake up?
Wow. It's close to noon. Because Meals on Wheels comes in between 12 and 1.
So what made you wake up?
I just woke up. I didn't even have time I fell asleep. Well, it was after 2.
So it was after 2 or after noon? Just trying to get a time frame.
I got there a little after 2 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I know that. But at what time did you wake up? Did you wake up to a knock at your door? Did you wake up to Meals on Wheels?
I was already up
Oh, okay.
when they knocked. And I had to grab my walker and go to the door.
And what was your conversation like with Meals on Wheels?
No, she said that she was new, and thank you, and have a good day.
That's all they said to you?
Yeah.
And I asked where Patty was?
And I told her that she was asleep. I should have told her right then and there, but I guess I was scared.
All right. Keith, here's the thing. I think you're probably an honest man. I think you probably want to do right in this world.
Right,
but
I don't perjure myself at all.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me finish, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll let you talk all you want, okay? You were found at the scene
Mm-hmm.
with Patty. Patty's dead inside the apartment, wrapped up in a blanket,
Yes.
with a bag around her head.
Yeah. That's what puzzles me right there.
Well, it puzzles us, too.
You know, then they use my materials.
What do you mean they used your materials?
My tape.
What do you mean your tape?
My blue masking tape.
To do what?
And they wrapped the damn bag around her. They used my materials. I was going to fix her windowsill.
So were you in her apartment yesterday at all?
No.
Meals and Wheels never came and talked to you?
No, they come on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So what's peculiar to me is you go into a room. Did you know she was dead at that time?
No. I knew something was wrong. With a bag over her head.
Mm-hmm. And how did that bag get over her head?
Well, I don't know that. I didn't do it.
But at no time you called the police to say,
I didn't.
there's a
told
dead
you.
body in here.
My phone has 04.
Okay.
Security was gone.
Okay.
I should have been on somebody's door.
Yeah.
That's where I made a mistake.
How'd you get these scratches on your face here?
That's my psoriasis.
You got a scratch here on your nose. You got a scratch in between here. You got a scratch in between there.
No, I got psoriasis in my head, my face, and my legs.
You got
Yeah.
fresh scratches.
You got fresh scratches right here.
I scraped the dead stuff off my nose.
Okay.
Keith,
I get it all the time.
Keith, that's not psoriasis.
Well, nobody scratched me. I've been people on this stuff. It happens all the time. I got cream I got to put on my face.
Keith, you were found in an apartment where Patty was dead, covered in a sheet, wrapped in a plastic bag. Stop for a minute. Wrapped in a plastic bag, taped up with what you say is your tape,
It was my
with ligature marks around her neck from being strangled.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm telling you that's what it is. And you're the last person to have contact with her. You're the last person in her apartment.
Yes.
You're the one that came to her apartment, allegedly found her like that, and never called the police, never knocked on a neighbor's
I
door.
should have knocked on the door.
Stop for a minute. Stop. I will always let you talk. Let me talk, okay? Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
This does not look good for you. And I think that you probably are an honest man, or really fighting with this right now. Really fighting with this. This is a neighbor that you drink with, that you hang out with on a regular basis, and now she's dead.
Right.
And you're the last person to see her. You're the last person in the room with her.
Well,
You didn't want to let the officers in the room. They had to use some convincing to come in and check on her.
Yes.
There's something more going on here, Keith.
I don't know why
Keith,
I didn't tell
Keith.
him.
Let me finish, then I'll let you talk. This story about the scratches on your face being psoriasis, I'm not buying that. That's fresh scrape marks on your face, and you hang out with her on a regular basis, and you're the last person to have contact with her.
Right, yes.
And we know you were in the apartment on days before that,
Yes.
because that's what brought us to that apartment, because they never had face-to-face contact with her, Meals on Wheels. They had face-to-face contact with you, not her.
Generally, when we go and get our stuff, we both take our walkers up, and they hand it to us, we'll load the walkers up, and go in and sort the stuff off.
Keith, you're not convincing me, man. I'm not trying to trick you here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to trick you here. This woman still has a family. She has a daughter I had to call today.
Two.
Stop for a minute. She has a daughter I had to call today to tell her over the phone that her mother was killed. How do you think that daughter feels right
Yeah,
now?
she probably don't feel too good.
No. And she probably wants to know the truth, too.
I'm telling you the truth.
You're not telling me the truth. You
I
are
don't
not.
know why I lied to the police today.
You're not telling me the truth. You're far from the truth. No, you're not. There's nothing about this situation that you're telling me.
Well,
Keith, you're the last person. The last person. This is not looking good for you.
no,
And again, I come back to you probably are an honest person. Your mind is probably fighting this so hard right now. Fighting it so hard. You're so close. You're so close. This woman suffered. Suffered. She didn't deserve that. What we deserve out of this and what she and her family deserves is the truth, Keith.
I'm telling you.
You're not
The
telling
only
me the
thing
truth.
I lied about is...
You're not telling me the truth.
I told Mills that she's sleeping, and I should have told her. She's right there.
You're not telling me the truth, Keith. You're
So,
not.
Keith, you need to be honest. This is not going to go.
I didn't do anything to her. She already attacked me before. Hit me and kicked me over in her car.
Okay, you were probably defending yourself. We understand.
I
That
didn't
happens.
do
So,
anything.
is that what happened? She assaulted you? You defended
No,
yourself?
this is-
You got carried away?
This is weeks ago. We both fell off the car.
Okay.
Keith, it's your tape on her. It's
right
your
there.
DNA on there. It's your DNA that's going to be on the bag. This is 2022.
I probably touched the bag.
You can
In the
say
bag.
that all you want, but it's
was
not
my
going to cut
tape.
it.
It
Was your tape because you used it to tape her up.
No, I didn't.
Keith, come on.
No, I didn't.
Come on, Keith.
I told you I had to tape to do her windowsill.
Keith, that ain't cutting it.
I didn't wrap her up.
Keith, you came into the apartment. You've already told us that you covered her body up.
Yeah.
You got in an argument with her,
No, I didn't.
and it led to you strangling her.
No.
That's what happened. Keith.
We got into a little squabble on Saturday about the meat,
Mm-hmm.
and I left.
Keith, autopsy is going to be conducted tomorrow. The truth is good. Where are we going to find out the truth tomorrow morning?
Okay.
We'd rather hear it from you.
You want to check my DNA right now?
We plan to do that.
Good.
We plan to do that. We plan to do that.
Good.
Keith, you're the only person she hangs out with. You're the only person
Mainly,
she
yes.
hangs out with.
Yep.
And I come back again. Think about this woman's daughters. They want answers. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe you made a mistake.
I didn't make no mistake.
Keith, stop interrupting. I'd let you talk.
Okay.
You gotta let me talk. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. We're on the same page now. This woman's daughter is not even 40, and now she doesn't have a mom.
Yeah.
You're the only one that sees her. She has no other friends.
No, our other friend moved to California.
Yeah, she has no other friends, Keith. You were the last one to see her. You were found at the crime scene
That's how it.
with her body covered up, her head covered up with a bag, strangulation marks across her neck, your tape from your words, probably your bag too.
We probably touched it at one time or another. There's a place where we keep all the bags.
Yeah. Keith, help yourself out. Help yourself out. This is not going to end the way you want it
Why
to.
the devil would somebody put her head in a bag?
What'd you say?
Why would somebody do that?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I don't know, because I didn't do it.
Keith. Come on, Keith.
No, I didn't.
Keith, you are right there, my man.
I was there.
You are right there. You are right there with the truth. It is dancing around. I can see it going back and forth, back and forth.
The truth will come out tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And you know it will. Just help yourself out. Give closure to her daughters.
I didn't do anything.
We have the weapon that was used for it. It's gonna have your DNA on it.
Well,
It has her DNA on it. It's gonna have your DNA on it.
maybe I touched it one
No,
time.
that ain't
I
gonna-
don't even know what the weapon was.
Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it, Keith.
You know what the weapon was.
No, I don't.
Keith,
Her
come on.
DNA is gonna. Your DNA is gonna be all over her. And all over the weapon used.
I don't know what weapon was used.
Keith, yes you do.
No, I don't.
Yes you do. You need to come forth with the truth here, because once this goes and we do the autopsy tomorrow, we could be discovering a lot of other things and coming into questioning about some other things that we are suspicious
Well, I
of.
kissed her before.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about, Keith. Again, I'm going to bring you back. You're saying that you came into an apartment and found her in there dead
Yes.
and covered her up.
Yes.
You did more than that.
No, I
You
didn't.
got into an argument with her. The argument led
I
to
never-
a heated...
We,
Keith, hold on a minute. You keep interrupting me, okay? Let me talk. I'll let you talk. I'll always let you
Okay.
answer the questions. Stop interrupting me. You got into an argument with her. At some point in the argument, stop. It got physical. You strangled her.
no, I didn't.
Keith,
I'm telling you, we had a squabble on Saturday about the meat missing.
mm-hmm.
I was going to replace it.
Mm-hmm. Keith, meat missing. I mean, maybe that is why you got into an argument.
I
That
didn't
is
get-
not going to cover.
I left before she
Keith, let me ask you this. Sir. Do you think a jury in Ann Arbor is going to believe that story? You're the last person to find her. Your story is that you allegedly came in there and found her like that, and then you covered her up. They're not going to believe
I
that.
got a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think should happen to the person who did this, if you say it wasn't you?
Why? I think they go to prison.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For how long?
I don't know.
Okay. So you think your DNA will be nowhere around her? Around?
Well, it probably will be.
Okay.
It could be on the bag, because I might have touched the bag.
Where else will it be? Other than the bag, where else will it be?
I don't know. Maybe on my tape.
Okay, where else?
That's about it.
What did you use?
What did I use?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
to strangle her.
I didn't use nothing. I don't even know what she struggled with. I don't know.
Keith, this DNA we're looking for isn't just from touching people. This is going to be a DNA that's excreted when you're in a forceful or violent situation.
And her defensive wounds by scratching you, we believe.
I don't know. I straight.
You can wipe that off all you want. It's in her nails.
It's in her nails.
It's in her nails.
So tomorrow
Okay.
morning,
Yeah.
they're gonna have your DNA in her nails by her defending herself from being strangled by someone that she thought was a friend. She probably upset you. Got into an altercation on Saturday. You were still pretty upset. You went to her place. One thing led to the other, and then you strangled her. You taped her up, and you lied to several people who came down there to ask where
Yes, I did.
Patty was.
I should have told Meals on Wheels today.
And then you should have
Like
told the
chicken dog.
police
No, I should
right
have.
away. And then you tried not to let the police in. They had to convince you to
Right.
enter the house. It's not even your house,
No, it's not.
okay? So just go straight up. Tell us what happened.
I told you what happened.
We're gonna find out
Yeah.
tomorrow morning, Keith.
Okay.
Keith,
At
we're
9
past
o'clock.
that.
We are
We're past that. We're
Everything.
going to have your DNA. She's going to have your DNA. We're not trying to trick you here. Keep in mind, we're trying to get to the truth.
Right.
To give
I
close
realize
shit. Your mouth for a minute. Again, you keep interrupting me. I never interrupt you. Okay? We're trying to bring closure. This woman didn't deserve this. This woman didn't deserve this at all. However, it could be explainable on your end. It could be. But that bullshit story you're feeding us right now, it ain't covering it. Because we know you're the last person to have contact with her. We know that. Yes.
If you defended yourself, and one thing led to another, you got carried away. It happened.
Yeah.
In the heat of the moment, that happens. We're all human. We make mistakes.
Well, of course.
Okay? So this mistake, you cannot get away. It's not going to go away. It's not just a nightmare that you wake up and it's gone. No, this is reality. So we know that it's you. All the evidence leads towards you. Tomorrow is going to be a slam dunk.
Right.
Okay, so we just save everybody a headache, especially the family members. Okay? You seem like a good man. Everybody makes mistakes. Doesn't make you a bad person. You understand? But don't think about yourself. Put you, Keith, aside. The daughters, the next of kin who we had to contact.
I had to tell her over
Okay.
the phone. She's
Over the
trying to
phone.
figure out how she's going to get from out of state to come see her daughter. Or to
I
come
don't
see
know.
her.
He moves around like a rubber
Yeah,
ball.
but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter again,
She'll never see her mother again.
ever. She needs closure for this. I can see it in your eyes right now, Keith.
You're
I
not
can
a
see
bad
it in your
person.
eyes. You're not a bad person in any way, shape, or form. You're probably no different than Detective Nader and I. Everybody makes mistakes. I can see it in your eye. I can see it. It's crystal clear to me right now.
We just want to get a clear understanding of what happened. She pissed you off.
No.
You said that she assaulted you.
She
Maybe
has
she
in the
was-
past.
Wait,
Yeah.
she's assaulted. That's no one should be treated like that. And you just snapped. That happens.
Well, I left Saturday when we got the swallow about the meat.
So
Yeah.
and then you returned to probably talk to her again at 2 a.m. and one thing led to the other, and in the heat of the moment she assaulted you. Maybe I'm just throwing it out there, and you were defending yourself, and one thing led to the other, and next thing you know, she's dead. Is that what happened, Keith?
Keith, your story's not. Hold on. Your story is not over. Okay? Your story can keep going on. But we need to know what that is. We need to know what that is. You need to tell us.
There's two sides to every story.
Yeah, there's
you
two
can explain
sides.
to us, guys, here's what happened. I fucked up. I made a mistake. He keeps hitting me.
I snapped.
I snapped. And it happened.
I snapped.
I snapped.
Yeah, you did, Keith. Keith, I can see it. It's written on your face right now, man.
You want
It's
to tell
written
us
on your face.
something?
It's eating you away, and it's going to keep eating you away. It is going to keep
It's going to
eating
kill you
away.
by keeping it in. You need to let it out. You need to give yourself closure, not just her daughter. Give yourself closure. Give Keith closure.
We're right there, Keith. Come on.
Keith, just
I
get-
didn't do anything.
Keith, listen to me. We're not trying to trick you. You need to give yourself closure on this, sir. This is going to haunt you for the rest of your life if we keep going this way. It is going to haunt you. You need closure, she needs closure, and the family needs closure. Help us out, okay?
Well, I will.
help
us
yourself out.
Help yourself out.
Help yourself out, Keith. You want to. You want closure. You need closure. Are you a religious man?
No.
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 Her family probably are. They want closure.
Is there something you believe in?
I don't know.
Not really. Do you believe in the afterlife?
That's questionable.
Okay. Did she, Patty?
I don't know.
I mean,
She wasn't religious either.
Okay.
So what did she do to you to make you snap? That's
I didn't snap. I left Saturday. That's all I can say.
You what?
I left her on Saturday.
Keith.
so. Did you kill her before yesterday?
No,
When did you do it?
I didn't do it.
Keith.
I didn't do it.
Keith.
I don't know why I wasn't honest earlier.
Because you were trying to conceal her death, Keith. You were trying to conceal the fact that you strangled her. You're trying to conceal the fact that you guys got into an argument and it got out of control. It got out of control.
No.
We're humans.
The technology these days.
I left
amazing.
Saturday.
You know that, right?
She wanted to keep arguing about the meat.
Okay.
I was going to replace it.
Okay. And you probably had.
And your bags of food were in her apartment, Keith. We know you were there because they got dropped off there, so you took them from Meals on Wheels on Saturday and put them in there because your name's on it.
I just got them today.
Describe your wallet. What kind of wallet do you have?
She gave me that wallet. It's red.
Red.
She gave me these.
So she cared about you. And I thought you returned the favor.
By leaving her bagged and gagged in an apartment.
I didn't do that.
You
Keith.
did.
No, I didn't.
Tomorrow morning. Right now, the truth will set you free.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Keith, you got
You can say that until you.
yeah. You got cuts on your forehead. She's going to have your DNA in her nails, indicating that a struggle took place while you were choking her with a cord that we have that has her DNA, and it's
Probably
going to
your
have
blood from your
DNA.
face on it
Yeah.
too.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
The MSP crime lab, the Michigan State Police crime lab, where all this evidence is going tomorrow morning, is going to agree.
And they expedite everything is going to be. We'll get it back immediately, but we just don't want the family to wait. We have all the evidence we need. Tomorrow morning will be
Okay.
a sealed deal. But give yourself closure. You're not going to go home. We could help you. We could talk to the judge.
I didn't do it.
We can talk to the prosecutor, because that's the person. The prosecutor's going to look at this case and say, was Keith a stand-up guy? Did Keith make a mistake? Did Keith get into an argument that got heated and made a mistake? Or did Keith sit there and lie to the detective's face and continue to feed them a bullshit story how he came in the apartment, even though he was the last person to see her? She has no other friends. She doesn't have visitors come visit her. That's what the prosecutor's going to look at, Keith. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, that is what the prosecutor's going to look at. That is what they're going to look at. You have a lot of medical problems, Keith. We know that. The prosecutor's going to know that too. You're fighting it, Keith. I know you are. I can see it in your eyes. Just the truth will set you free, like Detective Nader said. The truth will set you free.
I didn't do anything.
Keith, that's not cutting it. That's not cutting it. You have no alibi. You were there at the scene.
Yes, indeed, I was.
Yeah. You were there at the scene.
Your bag,
Your
your
tape.
tape.
Well, I know it was my tape.
Yeah.
And did you know that we also went in your apartment? We got a search warrant. Did you know that?
I figured you probably would.
Okay. You know what we found there?
What?
I'm asking you.
I don't know.
You found more of your blue tape.
I probably did. I got it from Tony, one of my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a couple of those and stuff.
Okay. And now it's around her head.
Well, I didn't put it there.
You did, Keith.
No, I didn't.
Keith, again, you got into an argument with her. It got heated. I think you feel bad for this, Keith. I think you are completely fighting this right
Your
now.
DNA is going to be all over the
Yeah.
tape on both sides because you have to grip it.
Well,
Is it going to be on the other side of the sticky? Your
That's
DNA
not
will be on the
explainable.
sticky. How could you explain that?
I don't know.
I'm just
can't.
telling you, Keith. Come on, the technology is amazing.
Well, I know it. We watch shows.
Yeah. A lot of those shows are very true.
Yes.
You can explain the top of the tape, but not the sticky. How you gonna do it? How you gonna explain it? You're probably nervous. You're shaking. You know.
Is that your shovel in the apartment?
Yeah.
Why's your shovel there?
I was going to scoop up the weeds out in front of the complex.
Keith, help us out here. Help us out. Help
yourself.
yourself out.
Yes. Help yourself, Keith. Help yourself. Help yourself. And you be able to still go on with your life.
Make
Not having
something
to eat.
happen.
It's gonna
Yeah.
eat you up.
Your health is already horrible as it is. You even said it is. This is just going to make it worse. This is just going to make it worse. We're here. You're here. You want to talk to us. We want to talk.
Maybe you had too much to drink and
No.
you were in the right state of mind.
Saturday, was it Friday or Saturday? Oh, we were doing laundry. It must have been Friday. The bathroom was locked, and I crapped my pants. I got, let me see, was that Friday or Saturday? I went down to the co-op, got her wine and her cigarettes. I got my liquor and cigarettes, pack.
Okay. So what else happened?
Nothing.
So what?
So she just magically ended up dead, Keith. She just magically ended up
Apparently
dead.
so. I was shocked.
Keith, that ain't cutting it. She just didn't end up like that. She doesn't have visitors calling her. She doesn't have mail counter or other parts coming to call for her. It's you. It's you who came calling for her that day or this morning. It's you.
Yeah.
You got into an argument with her.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did,
No,
Keith.
I didn't. No.
How long did you let her lay there? How long did you let her lay there after you did that to her?
Well, I was after Meals and Wheels left 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, say 8, 9 hours, maybe.
You let her lay there for 8 or 9 hours. All you had to do was go downstairs. All you had to do was go downstairs, Keith.
Security was gone.
It doesn't matter, Keith. Anybody you could have knocked on anybody's door. That's why I'm not believing your bullshit story. It's ridiculous. Keith, you let her lay there for 8 hours after you strangled her.
I didn't.
Yes, you did, Keith.
No, I didn't.
Keith, that ain't buying. I ain't buying it. Not in any way, shape, or form. That woman cared for you.
Yeah, I cared for her.
Look what happened.
I didn't do anything.
Keith,
No.
yeah, you did. You did, and the DNA evidence is pointing us right
No,
to you.
my
You were
DNA.
on the scene.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So what happened to her then? If you continue to tell me this story. Keith, would you be willing to take a polygraph?
Yeah,
You'd be willing to take a polygraph. Would you pass that polygraph?
I hope so.
Why would you say I hope so?
We both drank on Saturday. Then we got to a squabble about the meat.
Okay.
Keep going.
I don't have anything to say.
Okay. So we're going to set up a polygraph, and you're going to voluntarily take it, correct?
Yeah.
That being said, would you give me your DNA?
Sure.
I'm going to take it in the form of a buccal swab. Okay. I'm going to swab.
Doesn't hurt or anything.
It's not going to hurt at all. I'm going to swab each side of your cheek
Okay.
inside. Okay?
Huh. I went to the hospital. I had an abscess in my neck. I got most of it almost the size of a grape.
Okay.
I stuck me with 3 swabs.
Oh, no, we're not going to stick that.
No. This is going to go in your mouth. Open up your mouth. I'm going to do it for 30 seconds, around 30 seconds on each side of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
These clothes, were you wearing them the entire time?
Entire time what?
You were inside her apartment?
I've had these on,
Okay.
I think, since she gave me the shirt.
Okay.
I gave her a Fleetwood shirt and I traded her for one later. I wore the pants a couple of, no, I had other pants
We're
on.
going to give you some other clothes, okay? We're going to have to take this stuff, all right? I'll give you a pair of sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
I have fatigues over these.
So you and Patricia were never intimate?
Mm-mm. I kissed her a few times.
Okay.
We ain't go no further than that. She didn't want sex, and I can't have sex.
Okay.
Where's that blood from?
Probably your gums.
It's soft. There's no cut. My partner and I are going to step out, so you're going to be in here for a few minutes, and we're going to come back in, okay?
Okay.
Jot it down.
Yeah.
7:27.
So I get shipped to Lansing?
It's going to
Point to.
the lab.
Keith, we got a few more things we want to clear up. You remember the rights I read to you, correct?
Yes.
You still want to continue to speak with us?
Sure.
Okay. What day is it today, Keith?
It's Tuesday.
You said today's what?
Tuesday.
Today is Thursday, Keith. You got your days mixed up, buddy.
Oh, it's Thursday.
So were you at her house on Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not Saturday. So you
No, I was there on Saturday.
Okay.
So Saturday, Tuesday, and today is Thursday.
Oh, I forgot today is Thursday because Meals on Wheels again.
Okay.
So you were there Tuesday.
Yeah.
Meals on Wheels didn't see her Tuesday either.
Yes,
You
I did.
took
She's
her
right at the
food.
door.
No.
No.
They came and said
No.
you told them that she was sleeping.
Keith, the Meals on Wheels isn't going to lie.
No, I could have swore I said that she was sleeping
No,
today.
Keith.
Well, you may have said she was sleeping today, too, but she did not come to the door Tuesday. You took the food from Meals on Wheels on Tuesday.
And they insisted in talking to her, and that's what
It
they
can't
got.
be that far.
You confuse your days. That happens when you're you're probably in a lot of. You traumatize yourself. You never killed
Well-
anybody before, correct?
No, I used to hunt fish, but
Yeah, but this is
This is a human being.
human being. So your first time killing somebody, you're traumatized. It happens. You're not in the right state of mind. You understand? So that's why you didn't know.
I could have swore it was
That's normal.
Tuesday.
That's normal.
Tuesday. I go and pass the food over
Mhm.
to her,
Yeah.
put it on that walker.
Was it Tuesday that this happened then, Keith?
No, it couldn't have been.
Has she been laying there for that long, Keith?
Wednesday.
They came on Tuesday to give her food. They asked to speak to her, and you told them she was sleeping.
I could have swore I said that today.
You said that again today.
Yeah, you very
They
well could
came,
have,
they
yeah.
came every other day. They come 3 times a week, correct?
3 times a week.
Okay, so Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. So this happened on Tuesday. She been dead from Tuesday.
Yeah, it could.
You killed her on Tuesday, correct?
You got me confused.
No, I don't want you to be confused.
We're not trying to confuse you. She's been dead since Tuesday. That day Meals and Wheels came on Tuesday, you had already killed her at that point, correct?
No. I don't know. I had been drinking,
Okay, fair enough.
but
Fair
I
enough.
didn't do anything like that.
Keith,
Keith, you already said it. You already said it. We're there.
you killed her on Tuesday. The autopsy's gonna show you open up that window to get some fresh air.
You
I
covered
didn't
up
do
you covered up her face because you do care about her. And you didn't
You
want to
couldn't
see her
stand
face
looking
like
at her
that.
face anymore. It was killing
It
me.
broke your heart.
You have a
Broke
heart.
your heart.
We understand, Keith. That's why you threw off your days, man.
You were hung up
You're-
on Tuesday.
You're in a lot of trauma right now. Okay, and that's why you were probably drinking to forget about it. You understand, Keith?
No,
Yes.
I drank today.
Yeah.
Yes, because you can't see her like that, and that's why you taped her up. It's understandable. I'm not gonna be able to look at her. You cared about her, Keith. Give yourself closure. I could tell you want to give yourself closure. Get off your chest. It's all that heaviness on your chest right now. Let it out, Keith. The truth is already gonna be. The truth is in her hands, Keith.
It's in her hands.
You had a heated conversation. She assaulted you. That's not right.
Well, she did in the past.
Okay,
Yeah.
she probably did that on Tuesday.
The police have been over there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know all that.
Yeah, we know. We know that.
We know everything. All that questions we're asking you, Keith, we know the answers. We just want to hear the truth from you.
You covered up her face, Keith, because you love her. You may not love her in a sexual way because of the issues.
And you were
guys,
sleeping.
but you love her. You didn't want to see her.
You were sleeping in that blanket in the hall by the door.
I tripped over it the other day.
Okay, but you were sleeping there and you couldn't see her face. Her eyes were probably still open. And that's
I was gonna drag that thing out and fold it and get rid of it because I almost tripped on it the other day.
Okay, but we're not talking about that, Keith.
So
We're talking about Patty. We're talking about
what
Patty.
led to
We're talking
that,
about
Keith?
Patty.
Did she say anything to rowdy you up?
No,
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill her.
Yes, you did.
Keith,
No, I didn't.
Keith, you killed her. Keith. Do you understand? A jury's gonna want to know what happened. The prosecutor's office is gonna want to know what happened. This story isn't gonna make, Keith. You love that woman. Maybe in a different way, and she
She's
loved
giving you
you.
clothes, man. She loves you too. She gave you the clothes.
You may have been even trying to protect that body. You covered up her face so you could not look her in the eyes anymore. Because your heart was broken because of this. Because you messed up.
You know, I'm probably do have my days confused. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I didn't do that.
Keith, come on.
Oh, I got this others. This could have happened. Maybe you tried to get intimate with her. You got frustrated then.
No, she wouldn't allow it.
Okay, Keith,
Maybe she got
then
frustrated.
tell us
then.
what happened.
I told you what.
Tell us how you started arguing to the point where you grabbed the cord, strangled her, to the point where she was not breathing anymore. Then, because this was so difficult for you, so difficult, and it just broke your heart that you did this, you had to cover her face up. You put the plastic bag over her head and taped it shut so that it didn't come off. You then propped that window open,
No, that window's always open.
Keith.
No,
Well, okay, well, maybe the window was open, but regardless, Keith, you covered her face up.
So you won't
Right.
look at her eyes.
No.
And yes, Keith, she scratched you. She was fighting from you strangling her with the cord. Keith, we know you did it. Evidence is there.
It's all there. It tells the whole story.
Look
it
at your
tells the whole
face.
story. This isn't psoriasis.
Psoriasis is not.
Scratches on your
It's
face.
gonna scab in the morning.
No, it probably won't.
Yeah.
I was picking at my face.
No, that's-
You
No.
did that to try to conceal. You're a smart man. We're not saying you're not smart. You're very smart. What happens? People make mistakes. Doesn't make you a bad person. You give yourself closure. It's weighing on your chest. You were in her room with
Yes.
a dead person for 2 days.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, since Tuesday. That's when
Yeah.
you killed her, Keith. Autopsies don't lie. Technology is amazing these days.
Well, I realize that, yes.
Yeah. You're in an uphill battle against technology, Keith, and it's not your story is not cutting it. It's not. We don't believe you. You don't believe yourself either. I know you don't. I know you don't, Keith. You don't believe yourself. You're thinking right now, I just need to get this off my chest, but it's hard. It's hard. I can't put myself in your shoes. But you need to come clean, Keith. You need to come clean for yourself.
And then we want to give them closure. Like, we don't want them to know someone's out there. People closure in the whole building too. If you're saying that you didn't do it, we got someone out there that's killing innocent people. Do you want that? Give people in that building closure as well. You snapped.
No, I didn't say.
Keith, you got a bad temper. You've been drinking. You snapped. Happens. That doesn't make you an evil person. It makes you evil, you keep it inside. Let the family suffer. let the people in that building on that floor.
That's what a sociopath does. That's not you.
And that's not you. Absolutely not.
Not at all.
Your criminal history says
Yeah.
it.
Your eyes say it. Your face says it. Your body language says it.
It's
You're on
not-
the verge of breaking down right now and crying, and that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
Fine with
human
us.
nature. That's human nature. We
She was
want
a
you to
friend.
help yourself. We want you to help her. You're always going to remember her dead eyes laying there looking at you, and that's why you covered them up.
And then that's why you taped it because you wanted to. You
That's
wanted
why
to
you
stay
covered
on
it
her
up.
face. You taped it because you
Well,
wanted.
another thing I forgot to mention too is there's more blue tape in her wastebasket.
Okay. So it took you a few times to get it right, and then that's when.
No.
Keith, come on, man. Come on. We're not buying this, Keith, and neither are you. I know you're not. I know you're not. That's why you're here talking to us. You're not buying that. And neither are we. We're not. It's not going to cut it, Keith.
You just throw it. I checked the wastebasket.
Mm.
There was no blue tape. There
We
was her.
checked all that.
There was her diapers. There was her. There was napkins with or some paper towel with feces on it.
Yeah, she
And
put,
there was a
she
cat
puts it on
litter.
the floor.
There was a cat litter on there, in there. I went through the whole thing. We've been
Yeah.
between him and I. We got 45 years of experience.
Okay.
Okay.
We weren't born yesterday, Keith. And
Yeah.
neither were
Maybe I took
you.
it to herself.
What'd you say?
Maybe I took it to herself.
So now you're adding stuff.
Yeah.
Keith.
Well, I don't know.
You're
but I
digging a
know
hole
I
for
used
yourself.
my tape before.
Keith.
Keith.
This isn't cut.
So I just want to know. This is killing me inside now too. So I want to get all this off my chest as well, and so does John, and so do you. I just want to know what happened. You snapped. She upset you. Maybe what happened on Saturday? She wouldn't let it go. She kept on talking about it, talking about that meat, and then you've been drinking, and you snapped. That happens in the heat of the
No, we
moment.
both been drinking.
You
Yeah,
both
you
did.
both been drinking.
Two wrongs
And
don't
you,
make a
and
right.
you know what you did? You grabbed on to that cord, and you strangled her.
No, I don't even know what cord you're doing.
You know what cord you're
You
talking.
know exactly what cord. We have it in evidence.
Yep.
Your DNA is going to be on it.
Yeah.
I probably handled it
Yeah,
before.
yeah, but Keith,
No.
again, this is the DNA that's excreted during extreme physical contact, not because you.
And how are you going to explain the
Yeah.
DNA on the back of the stick of the tape? Explain that. When you handle the tape, how do you explain the DNA that's going to come off your palms onto that tape? How could you explain that?
I probably touched it before.
Yeah, that's.
No, it's not. Because you have to take a piece off. There's no way your
Show me
DNA
that.
should be there.
So when you grab a piece of tape, you're not grabbing the sticky side. You're grabbing a small corner.
You grab
Your
the sticky
DNA
side
is gonna
only
be-
when you
oh,
peel it.
yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
Keith. That's the first thing we did,
Come on.
man.
Come on.
Technology. You can't
I know.
trick the technology. You could probably try to trick us, but not technology, man. She scratched you. Isn't her?
Yeah.
We preserved it. First thing they did is they preserved her hands. They put mittens on to preserve it.
Mhm.
So tomorrow, all that's gonna, and then the cord, the blood, probably you got blood on you now.
I
In
don't.
the heat of the moment, we're gonna take all that. Her DNA is probably all over.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. You could look all you want. You're not gonna. You're not necessarily gonna see it. The DNA's
No.
there, though. The DNA is there.
So just
give yourself
give
some
yourself
closure.
some
Give her
closure.
some closure.
Give the people in that building closure. You owe it to them too. There's innocent ladies living there, elderly. Keith,
Yeah.
they think there's a predator out there, man. If you're saying it's not you, there's someone out there killing innocent people. Do you want that?
No.
You made a mistake. That doesn't make you an awful person, man. People snap. People have tempers. We've all done it.
What makes you an awful person is
You continue
holding it in
lying
and
to us.
continue to lie. Yeah, continue to lie.
And then
That's what the prosecutor's going to look
And
at.
then if we
That's
talk
what
to
they're
you
gonna
again,
look
how
at.
you gonna look in our eyes after your skin is her fingernails? How you gonna explain that?
I can't.
You can't.
You
Come on.
can't. You couldn't explain
cannot.
that in the polygraph either.
No.
They're gonna pick up on that polygraph. Administrator's gonna look right at the data and say, yeah, this Keith is lying. He is lying. He is fabricating what happened. It's not gonna cut it, Keith. I know you're a drinker. I know she's a drinker. She said that too. I
She
know you
probably
guys
said
have had-
awful things to you and made you snap.
No.
So what happened? She wouldn't ease up on the meat?
No.
She wouldn't let go?
What led to you strangling her? What
I
led to
didn't
it?
strangle her.
Keith, come on.
Keith.
Come on. What led to you? Just tell me.
So we can have a
Tell
better
me, partner.
understanding, man. Come on. You want
You wanna know,
Is it a
you
tip of
know?
your tongue? You want to tell us the truth. Just tell us the truth. We corrected you from you thought it was Saturday. You're traumatized, man. Your first time killing somebody. You're not in the right state of mind right now. That's why you mix up your days. So
No
we
one
clarified it
explains
for you. We clarified it. We're here to help you. Help yourself. Help her daughters.
You're the last person who's seen her. You're the last person in the room. You had contact with her on Tuesday. She's probably been dead since Tuesday. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm
I
wrong.
don't know.
Keith, you do know. You're the one who put her there. You're the one who positioned her on the floor. You're the one who covered her face. You're the one who taped her up.
And your tape and your DNA is going to be inside the sticky part of the tape.
Now we're going to be looking at, why were her pants halfway down? Why were her shoes positioned perfectly on her feet? Why were her hands laying?
And you
Flat
had the
on the
same
ground.
kind of shoes similar to that style in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Keith, you staged it after you strangled her.
No.
You staged it.
Keith, I tell you what
Staged-
happened.
Her body was laying completely, arms completely flat, neck just barely tilted. Why were her pants down around her
I don't know.
knees? Those are questions that the ME's going to find out.
They'll know.
I hope it's not something.
And if you were in her,
Yeah, I
They'll
hope
find
it's
out.
not something sexual.
because I think you wanted to be intimate. She said no. Maybe,
She told me a long time ago that she didn't want sex. I said, well, I can't do anything anyhow.
okay, but maybe that day you had an erection
No.
and you don't want it to go to waste. That happens. We're human.
4 years ago, I had an erection before I got it. Yeah.
You never know. What if it was, she turned you on? You've been drinking. Okay? That happens. If you touched her in any way,
They're going to know.
They
Do you want to be
know.
looked at as a sexual predator or a man who made a mistake during an argument and strangled her? Or do you want to be labeled as a sexual predator?
just
as
get it
well?
off your chest so you can at least have a good night's rest, knowing that it's off your chest, you made a mistake. Seriously.
I mean, we got the polygraph guy coming in right now. You're agreeing to take it, but I don't think it's going to go the way you want it to go. It's just like DNA. The DNA is not going to go the way you want it to go.
Tomorrow
Your
morning.
DNA is going to be on it.
Tomorrow morning,
Her DNA is going to be in. Your DNA is going to be in her nails.
we're gonna be there, and her DNA is gonna be probably all over your clothes.
Oh, I touched your big clothes or not?
The blood splatter. There's blood all over the cord.
There is?
Yeah. From you
Yes.
strangling, it fits it.
Perfect.
You had
Perfect.
so much anger that you took out on her. It happened.
That's why we took pictures of your hands.
Why? Yeah.
That's why we took pictures of your hands.
Why?
Because you have marks going through your hands. You may not be able to see it. It's very subtle to show how you had a grasp on that cord as you had it around her neck, tightening it and tightening and tightening it.
And she's
as
fighting.
She scratched,
Scratching you. Scratching your face.
and you just kept tightening it.
And then you were laying on that carpet watching her face, and you couldn't. You started drinking, and you
Your
couldn't
anger
handle it
just
no more.
got over you. It got away from you, and that's understandable. It truly is.
And that's why you mixed up your days. You're traumatized. That happens. You never killed anybody before. You didn't plan it. It just happened. You snapped. You snapped and it happened. Keith?
You're not giving us anything here, Keith. It was you. It was you. If I had a mirror, I'd hold up a mirror and tell you to look at yourself in the mirror because it was you, Keith. It was you. Brother, it was you, and you know it. And when you come to terms with that, I'm telling you, you're going to feel better. Regardless of the outcome, we can deal with that. We can deal with the outcome later, but when you come to terms with that and say, you know what, Detectives McDonough and Nader, it was
Would
me.
you want to give
It was me.
the residents in that building closure saying we have the person who did this? He made a mistake. Keith's a good guy.
The prosecutor's going to look at that too. The prosecutor's going to be like, yeah, he was a little hesitant talking to those detectives. But you know what? After talking to those detectives, he came around and said, you know what? It was me.
And they're going to say, guess what? The reason why he held on to the body is because he cared about her. He didn't want no one messing with her. He wanted to be with her for the small period of time he had.
That's understandable. It's not sick. What's sick is what we're doing here, going back and forth like this. I want you to be honest with yourself. Set yourself free, Keith. You and me.
I just want to know what led to that. What did she say? She hit you again? Did she hit?
Not lately.
Okay, so she's abusive. Probably verbally too. Only God knows how verbally abusive she is towards you, Keith. You're human. We're human. You could only take so much abuse. And with alcohol mixed, it snapped, Keith. It happens.
Yeah, she threw me out one time. I had to call the ambulance for it.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, this time you snapped and did something that we know you regret it. You didn't want to do it. It just happened. The anger took over. You strangled her. The only thing that was there around you was the cord to the vacuum. You put it around her neck, and you killed her.
With the vacuum?
Vacuum cord. Don't play.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, Keith.
Keith, your
No,
DNA
come
is
on.
all over the
Yeah.
vacuum
You said
cord.
a cord. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you know which cord
You know what
used.
cord it is. Again, Keith,
Come on.
her blood is on there. Her hair is on there. There's skin on there from her. Your DNA is
Probably
on
your
that
hair is
cord.
on that cord. Keith?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Moved it.
No, that's
No,
not Keith.
that-
Come on, you can't just every time you
can't.
bring up something. Oh, I moved it. I touched
That's
it.
not going to be the excuse.
No.
How could you explain the DNA on the tape from the other side of the
I don't know.
hard surface?
Yeah, you
It's
can't.
going to be on. You cannot.
You can't.
It's impossible. Only way that you're going to have your DNA on the other side of the hard top of the tape is when you're placing it on the bag. He couldn't stand looking at her anymore. It was killing you, and you taped the bag over her head. We're all human. You had to do something to get her to stop looking at you. And you probably tried to close her eyes, and that didn't happen.
It's not like the movies. The eyes just don't close
No.
sometimes.
So you probably tried that.
Keith, we're right here, man. We're right here. We're here right now.
Have closure for yourself, man.
Just tell us.
So you can at least tell the people in the building so they can sleep at night, Keith. All elderly people in that building.
I know.
So now,
You're
if tomorrow, we're gonna have to say something out there to the media. Is there a predator that we need to worry about? No, we caught the person. You're found with the body.
Yes.
You killed her.
Keith.
Keith,
on.
don't fight it. Stop fighting it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be here with us, correct? You want to talk to us, Keith. You want to talk to us. We're not trying to trick you, Keith. We're trying to help you here. We're trying to help you here, my friend. We are trying to help you. It breaks your heart. I know it does. How long have you known Patty for?
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years. Who moved in first, you or her?
Her.
How often do you stay the night there?
Few times.
Okay.
She'd already been over in Mexico.
Yeah. This is breaking your heart right now, Keith. I know it is. I know it is. You loved her. Maybe it wasn't in a sexual way, because you said you have issues in that area. Maybe it wasn't in a sexual way, but you love her nonetheless. That's why you covered her eyes up. That's why you covered her face up. That's why you covered her body up. When did you cover her body up with that blanket? When did that, when the officers came knocking on the door, what did you go do?
Got my walker.
You got your water?
Walker.
You got your walker? Keith, come on, man. Help yourself out here. This is not going to look good if you keep going down this road. You're not going to sleep. This is going to eat away at you. Eat away at you.
You said she hit you in the past. She's probably very verbally abusive towards you.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's not right. All that added together, along accompanied with you guys were both drinking. One thing led to another,
You killed her.
and she probably started screaming, and you didn't want her to scream, and then you killed her.
Yeah, she never screamed.
No,
We bitched at each other.
She wasn't screaming because
you had it so tight.
Yeah.
The anger that you held for the couple of years of all this abuse you've been taking. You didn't give her opportunity to scream. She was busy scratching you to get you off of her. All that's going to come out tomorrow morning. Just give yourself closure. Seriously.
This isn't working, Keith. Your sweat, your DNA is going to be on that
Cord.
It's going to be on there.
It's going to be on the bag. It's going to be on the inside of the bag.
It's going to be everywhere because you had that around her neck, just squeezing all that built up anger, and you broke down. And then when you were done, you probably didn't know what to do with yourself. You were so upset, this woman that you cared deeply and truly about. You guys were each other's friends. You guys didn't have many other friends. She didn't have any other friends. You're the only one that hung out with her.
She gave you clothes.
Yeah.
She got drunk with you.
Yeah.
She gave you booze.
Booze.
Help this woman out. Help her out. You covered her up after you strangled her.
Because you don't want to look
could
at her
not
eyes
look at her.
anymore.
You couldn't look at her eyes, Keith, because that's what a human does. Because they made a mistake. And they can't look at the person they just killed. Correct? Keith, that's not...
And you put those shoes on her. She doesn't even walk. Keith, come on. You put her skirt down. Okay?
No.
Yes.
Keith.
You can say no.
Yeah, you can say no. Yeah, that's not happening. We have the evidence. We have the evidence. We have the time frame.
You're
It's coming out
traumatized.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Help yourself out, Keith. Help yourself out, brother. Help yourself out.
Help the people in that building. Give them some closure. So we can let them know, so we can let management know that they know she's dead. They know it was suspicious death because you're not gonna, if it's a natural death, you're gonna have only maybe one cop car and one detective. We had 5-6 detectives, 4 or 5 police cars,
Medical examiner, doctors.
3 of them.
Everybody.
Usually only one comes. 3. A doctor and the person that's gonna conduct the examination tomorrow. First thing they did was taped up her hands. Come on, Keith.
Did what? Tape up?
Tape her-
Yeah, they put mittens.
Because your
to
skin
preserve the hands.
cells
Yeah.
from those scratches are under her fingernails, Keith.
Your DNA.
It's there.
So just
Do you have family, Keith?
Not many left.
Who?
I got an older brother and my little sister. Everybody else.
Did you talk to him at all?
I don't know where my sister's at. I think she's in Saline. And I don't have nothing to do with my older brother, because after my dad passed away, a lot of my stuff was either, well, I had stuff stolen before they passed away,
Okay.
but they took my tools and all kinds of stuff.
Do you want your family members seeing a news article about you being some sort of predator? Or do you want the news article saying that a man made a mistake in the heat of passion?
No.
You'd rather be the predator? Or a heat of
I'm an
passion?
actual predator.
We know that.
Yeah, we know that.
We know that. That's why we're trying to help you, Keith.
We want the news article to say a man made a mistake in the
Let's
heat
go-
of passion during an argument with a good friend, and he made a mistake. Not that he's a predator and
They were drinking,
going after women.
got out of hand. Happens. You loved her. She loved you.
She
She
cared
didn't
about
love you.
that's
Why
for
wouldn't
sure.
she? Why would she go downstairs to get liquor with you, smoke with you, give you clothes, food? She loved you.
And we both got.
Yeah. Plus, why would she give you the keys to her apartment, man? Come on, that's love. That's love, man.
No, jeez. I've only had the key to her apartment for about a year.
Okay, so that's a
I
long
was
time.
gonna give her mine.
Yeah, you only known her for 2, so come on.
No, I knew her when she worked here.
Okay.
Okay.
Keith, we're right there, my man. We're right there.
Just give yourself some closure, man.
Your face tells the entire story. Your face tells the story.
Evidence is there. You were with the body. We're gonna find
Your DNA
everything tomorrow, man.
on the
Come
cord.
on, Keith.
You're acknowledging we're going to find your DNA on the cord. You're acknowledging it.
DNA's
Keith.
all over the tape. Fingernails got your skin from her scratching you. She probably got your body. Did she do this over here on your wrist? She probably scratched you.
No, that's from the handcuffs.
Oh.
Okay. Keith, come on, man. Give yourself the closure. Give her the closure. Give the family the closure.
You guys take pictures of his body?
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to give you some clothes, too, because we're going to take those clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Keith.
And probably, how you gonna explain the blood splatter? There's gotta be. It's
Yeah,
all over
it's
the
gonna be
board.
there.
It went somewhere.
It's going to be there.
If it's on the cord, it's on your body. Come on, Keith.
Give me some clothes.
Yeah, we are gonna give you
We're gonna
clothes.
get you
We're
some
gonna
clothes, Keith.
take all that. We're gonna ship it out to MSP. We'll probably take it there together ourselves. Expedite everything. And he's gonna have all the evidence for us tomorrow morning. Keith,
Come on,
just
Keith.
set yourself free, man.
We're
let's have a
we're
good
right there.
Let's have a good night's sleep tonight. It's off your chest.
Hmm.
You've been holding this for 2 days, Keith. 2 days you've been holding this. Okay? Set yourself free, man. Seriously.
I mean, you're right.
It's not going to go away, Keith.
Let it go. Cry, Keith. We're not here to give you a hard time.
We're not going to judge.
Men cry. Men cry, and this is something worth crying about, Keith. I'm telling you that
You're going
right
to miss
now.
her, Keith.
Oh, I know.
You are going to miss her
You don't
severely.
mean this. You didn't want this to happen. It just happened because you snapped. Alcohol. Look at you. You look traumatized. That happens. You didn't even know what today's date was. If it was,
Because that
Thursday
Tuesday
or
is hanging in
Tuesday.
your mind. She's been sitting there for 2 days.
yeah. You
Tuesday.
kept on saying Tuesday because that's when you killed her. Keith, come on, man.
If I did that, how come I didn't get rid of the body?
You can't. You can
Yeah,
barely
yeah,
walk.
yeah, Keith.
You thought about it, Keith.
You thought about it. That's probably why the shovel came over
You
there.
can barely walk.
What?
Yeah, the shovel. That's probably why the shovel.
No,
If you were
I told you I got
Keith,
the shovel.
if you were able to,
What am I going to do with a shovel in an apartment?
yeah, if you were able to move normally, you would have probably got rid of it, but you can't.
I told you that the only reason for that shovel being there is I was going to scrape the weeds out of the...
Oh, we believe you on that. We don't care about the shovel. I just want to know what led to everything. Did she want to ease up about the meat
There's got to be a story to it, Keith.
I just want to know the
That's the
story.
last thing that we argued over.
Yeah.
And she
then
wouldn't let go. And she kept on bringing it up. You've been drinking.
she probably been drinking too.
And-
That's going to show too. That's going to show
And
too
if
when
you
they.
struck
when
her
they-
and if you punched her, it's going to show. Okay?
You know,
Did she hit you?
Did bladder from the box of wine, was that in the wastebasket? Or did I dump the wastebasket? Because my DNA will be on that too.
Okay. But
Yeah.
that's we're talking about the things used to kill her, Keith, not a box of wine or a bag of wine. I'm not so concerned about
You
your
used the
fingerprints.
cord to strangle her.
And
That's why it
You
wasn't
fell
wrapped up
asleep.
around the vacuum.
You fell asleep on the blanket in the hallway.
Because you couldn't sleep on that futon because she was dead right next to that
No.
futon. Laying there dead, Keith.
I was gonna take it out in the hallway and fold it up and put it away.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't. You slept on it. Your
You
head
slept
was
on it.
right there. You slept on it. And then you woke up and she's
Right,
staring
right.
at you. You brought what?
I probably dropped my head.
Yeah. So
Keith, let it out, man. Let it out.
you woke up.
Cry, be upset.
When did you tape that
That's
up?
what's-
Wednesday? Yesterday?
I didn't take it.
Yes, you did, Keith. Come on now.
Yes, you did, Keith. That's your tape.
Keith,
That's
you
your
taped
bag.
it.
It may have been her bag, but you put it around.
And guess
her
what?
head.
They're gonna examine her vagina.
They're going to examine her vagina. They're going to examine her rectum.
They're gonna examine everything, and they're gonna know if you've been in there. And is that
Maybe not with your penis, but maybe you were in there with something else. I hope it doesn't show that. I hope it doesn't show that. But we took a lot of evidence out of that apartment, Keith. A lot. Set yourself free, man.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, Keith, it ain't.
you keep
You
telling yourself
keep telling us
man.
that, but you're not giving us any other explanation. You were with her Tuesday. She didn't come to the door Tuesday for Meals on Wheels. You were with her today. She didn't come to the door again for Meals on Wheels. Officers get called there. You're hesitant to let them in. You're hesitant to let them in because she's dead in her apartment, wrapped up in a
Right.
blanket that she hated, that you put her in, with a bag over her head
Your
and
bag.
plastic around and tape
Your
around the
tape.
plastic.
Well,
Your
Your
DNA.
DNA all over the tape and the plastic.
Keith.
I probably handled the bag.
Keith, that ain't cutting.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. You can
That's
tell them all
bullshit.
that.
Yeah, you can tell them all that. What? Do you think a jury and a prosecution is going to believe that
Here,
story?
explain to me how how's your DNA gonna be on the other side of the sticky tape?
I don't know. Maybe I tried using the tape before.
Oh,
I don't
so
have a
that's,
clue. I don't know.
So that's the excuse you're gonna use.
Yeah. Do you think a jury's going to believe that?
So just say you got a roll of tape right here.
Yeah.
I could touch the top. My DNA's on the top.
Yeah.
Hold on, my DNA's on the top. If I never peel it back, will my DNA be in the other side of it?
I don't know.
You're gonna have
Quite
to.
possible.
Yeah, you probably touch both of them and you put it on it.
Keith. Come on, man. It's me and you. I've been nothing but respectful to you. I've treated you like a man. You've treated me like a man.
Chief's here.
Okay. Correct? From the get-go, treated you with nothing but respect. I treated you like the man that you are. You treated me like the man that I am. Now let's be upfront and stop with the bullshit. There's nothing more here except for you to set yourself free. Get this off your chest. I know it's hard for you to do. I can see it in your eyes. You deserve it. This woman deserves it. This woman's family deserves it. You got in an argument with her. Keith, you strangled her. We know you did. The evidence tells us you did. And the evidence is even going to be stronger tomorrow once we do the autopsy on her and get all that stuff to the lab, which is going to be an immediate return. And it's going to show that you killed her. Now, what has to be determined is, are you a sociopath? Or was this a one-time thing in an accident? I tend to think it was a one-time thing and maybe an accident. That's what I tend to believe. That's the man I believe Keith probably is. A one-time thing, and it was an accident.
You lost your temper. You were drinking, she was drinking. One thing led to another. Got heated. She probably didn't ease off on bringing up the meat. The freaking meat. And you snapped. You grabbed the cord. You had it around her neck so tight, she didn't even get an opportunity to scream. You could tell you caved in her neck because of the anger that you had that was built up from probably all the verbal and the physical abuse. You can only take so much. You're human. You're a nice guy. Everything you did for her, and she never appreciated it.
She did.
She didn't, right?
I used to do a lot of shopping for her.
She never appreciated you.
I wanted her to go to shopping with me.
Yep, and she didn't. She didn't. She probably never thanked you for everything you've done for her.
You probably went and got her booze every day too, right? You wanted her to go.
And you were gonna fix her window up? Yeah, she didn't appreciate you. She ever tell you thank you?
Yeah.
But not all the time. She didn't mean it. No. All that.
I thank her all the time for helping.
Yep, all that pressure that she has on you, and you thought you were obligated to do everything for her. And it's hard to do something for someone that's unappreciative. All that build-up of anger. And then probably she just kept on bringing up the meat.
Only that one day.
Yeah.
And
No, actually two.
okay, 2. Look.
2 days. Yeah.
For some meat that was given to her.
Yeah.
So
that
some
you were going to get replaced.
free meat that you were gonna, and she probably threw all everything you did for her out the window. She was bringing out the damn meat, and you were drinking. She was drinking. Over verbal abuse and the physical abuse that you tolerated from her, and it shows all the anger in that cord. You put that cord around her neck and caved in her neck. And by the time you realize what you're doing, she's dead.
You probably didn't mean to do it either, Keith.
Yeah, no.
You didn't mean to do it.
You probably
It
wanted to
just got
scare
out of
her.
control. It got out of control, and that's what happened. And that's why you couldn't look her in the eyes anymore. Once you realized she was dead, you thought, I can't do this. I can't look at her. You covered her up with the bag. Taped that bag shut so it didn't come off. Then you fell asleep. Because the deed was done. You didn't know what to do. You were able to get a moment's peace by falling asleep because that deed was done. Your body just released all that adrenaline.
Anger.
All that anger, all that adrenaline was out of your body.
But now
you fell asleep.
now it's laying on your chest. You got to get it out. Release the pressure. Release the pressure. Give her closure. Her daughter's closure. Give yourself closure. People in that building, closure. Our chief's here right now. Put a press release out that we got the person. This is what happened. It was a heat of the moment. It was an argument.
Not that there was a predator out
Not
there.
that the predator
Yeah, we don't want that to be
targeting innocent elderly.
taking advantage of them.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It was an accident. It was an accident that you wish in every bone of your body that you could take back. You wish you could take it back, but you can't, Keith. You can't. All you can do is help yourself out, help that family out.
You made a mistake. Does that make you a bad person? Absolutely not, Keith.
It makes you human. It makes you human, Keith.
But like you said, he's not a sociopath. This is the first time you killed somebody.
No, you're kidding.
You did,
You
Keith.
killed
You did,
Patricia, Keith.
You did.
Evidence don't lie.
She's dead, Keith. She's dead.
You never
She's
get-
not coming back.
You're never gonna see her again.
Never. Ever. She's gone, Keith.
You're gonna miss her.
We're past
Keith.
that. Now tell us the truth, Keith. That is what is going to be freeing to you. Because right now it's not We don't want you labeled as some predator that's going after elderly, intoxicated women, getting them drunk, and then killing them. That's not the case. You made a mistake. Was it a bad mistake? Yes, but it was a mistake. Done in the heat of passion. You got angry, she got angry. You guys started arguing, rolling around on the ground. You put that cord around your neck and you just tightened it up. Before you knew it, she stopped fighting. She was scratching at your forehead.
And you probably snapped her neck, and she instantly died. She probably didn't even suffer much.
Mm-hmm.
Keith.
You fell asleep.
Yeah, you fell asleep.
You
Charged
woke
your
up,
phone
and
up.
she's staring at you.
You couldn't deal with that. You couldn't deal with that. So you found a bag, put a bag over her head, and taped it shut. There's nothing wrong with that.
And probably were thinking how to get rid of the body, but you're in no physical
Condition to do that.
condition to do that.
None. None. I want you to help yourself. I want you to set yourself free on this, Keith. I want you to set yourself free. You're going to feel better. It is going to be such a relief. It is. Yes, it is. You can stop saying no.
We just want to know what took place in that bedroom.
We need to know.
What was said.
We need to know. We need to know, Keith.
What triggered you? She want to ease up on the meat?
No, that's what we heard about the last time.
Okay. Or did you want to get intimate? And she said no.
No, never did. I
Okay.
kissed her.
No, did you try kissing her and she said no?
No.
Then what transpired to the
What set
point?
you off?
Yeah, what set you off, Keith? To the point where you would put a cord around her neck and strangle her. How did we get there? How did we get there?
There's two sides to every story. Unfortunately, we can't ask her. She's dead. But we can ask you. We're here to help you. Help yourself. Help yourself. That's all we got.
She's not coming back.
Really?
I know. It's all right. It's all right, Keith. I promise you. I promise you, man. It's all right.
My mistake.
Tell us what happened.
I did tell you.
No, you didn't, Keith. You gave us
Tell the
a
truth.
bunch of bullshit.
You try to justify all the DNA we're gonna find because you probably I touched it.
Yeah.
I touched that.
A jury's not going to believe
That's
that.
fine.
A prosecutor's office isn't going to believe it, and we don't believe it. That's why we're still here talking to you, Keith.
We're trying to help.
We're trying to
help
give you the opportunity.
to help yourself.
Help yourself, Keith. That story ain't cutting it.
I just want to let the people in that building know that we got the person who made a mistake. That's it, Keith. That's it. You got the chief already here to make that call, so we can let the.
I got her
People
daughter
know.
driving in. I have to meet with the daughter in 2 hours.
She's gonna go to the apartment, Keith.
We need you, Keith. We need you to come clean with us. That's why we're here. That's why you're still here. That's why all three of us are in this room together.
Keith.
Help yourself out, Keith.
We're here to help you, Keith. But no one could help you if you don't help yourself first.
We have your DNA. We have her DNA. Your DNA on her. Her DNA probably on you. Your DNA on the cord. Her DNA on the cord. There's no other explanation, Keith. Help yourself out. Help yourself out.
I know that her DNA's got to be on that cord because she ended up in his vacuum.
Keith, it's DNA from right here. From being strangled with that cord. So that excuse that you just gave, you're just trying to divert. That her not finishing vacuuming has nothing to do. The DNA on her cord is skimmed from her neck. We can see it clear as day on the cord. It was laying right next to her body.
Every item we're mentioning, you're having an excuse. You're trying to justify why your DNA will be on it.
My DNA's probably all over.
Yeah, but Keith, that's again, Keith, that's bullshit.
But
That's
will your skin
bullshit.
will your skin be in her fingernails? Is it in her fingernails, Keith?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it is.
What excuse you gonna give? Come on, give us an excuse for why her fingernails are gonna contain your skin. Come
You
on,
don't.
we know.
You don't, because she scratched you, Keith. Just say
She
it.
scratched you because
Just
you were
say
trying to kill her. You killed her.
She fought back. She fought back while I was trying to strangle her. And I strangled her.
And I
I
snapped.
pulled that thing tighter because her hand kept coming up. She kept trying to claw at me, and I just started squeezing tighter. I got scared.
And you probably snapped her neck.
I didn't know what to do, so I just pulled tighter. That's what you thought, Keith. That's what you thought. Stop saying no,
No,
Keith.
you probably had your hand over her mouth to prevent her from screaming. That's going to be all on her face,
Yeah.
too. Technology.
I know.
Yeah.
If you know,
Then why are we doing this? Why are we going in circles,
Just
Keith,
go
for
ahead
you
and
to tell us some story
set
that's not
yourself
the
free,
truth?
brother.
Set yourself free, Keith. Set yourself free right now. Detectives, you know what? I did it. I did it. I didn't want to do it, but it happened. I didn't want to strangle her, but it happened. I got scared. She started fighting back, and I didn't know what to do, detectives.
We know you were
And I
scared
squeezed
because
tighter.
you lied to the Meals on Wheels lady. You wouldn't let the officers in the house.
You had all the opportunity in the world to call 911. You
Yes.
could have gone to anybody's.
You charge your phone.
Yeah.
It charges in 20 minutes. You get a phone call. Come on, Keith. You were still traumatized. You never did this before. We understand.
This isn't who you are, Keith. This isn't who you are. It isn't. It was a mistake, but this isn't who you are. Your CCH tells us this isn't who you
That's
are.
your criminal
Your
history.
CCH tells us that you probably made a mistake and did not know what to do afterwards. And instead of calling 911 or getting somebody to call 911, you tried to conceal it the best you could. And it didn't work. It didn't work.
You were in there with her for so long, her staring at you, it was eating you up. So you taped her head. Taped the bag around her head.
So tell me, Keith. Tell me. When you put that cord around her neck, she started fighting you. She scratched you in the face. You squeezed tighter. I gotta tell the chief what's going on. I have to tell the chief something. I don't want to tell her that Keith is a predator. Keith is a sociopath. I want to tell her I have a gentleman in here who made a mistake. Who made a mistake.
And all your
Not
criminal
that he's a
history
predator.
consists of burglary
From a long time
from
ago.
a long time ago.
Yeah, but we're not going to get it. We're
No, I did it. This lady that I was helping, it was winter time, and sometimes she let me stay there.
Keith, we're not
Yeah,
worried about
No,
that.
but I know, I admit that I hit her. She pulled my hair out,
Okay.
and I hit her.
Okay.
You made a mistake then, and you made a mistake
I was trying to
now.
leave, and she wouldn't let me go.
You made a mistake then, you made a mistake now.
I just
That's the
wouldn't
pattern. You haven't made a
Huh?
mistake. You haven't
Yeah.
made a mistake for a long time. You were trying to do well. You were doing well.
But again,
How much verbal and physical abuse can one man take?
You strangled her, Keith.
No,
You strangled her, Keith. What do you want me to go tell my chief? I have to go tell my chief something. Do you want me to tell her that you're the predator?
I'm not a predator.
Then
Then-
tell us otherwise.
Then tell us otherwise. Tell us how you made a mistake. Tell us that I did
Tell
strangle
us
her.
what
Maybe I was just trying to. Maybe you were trying to scare her at first during the argument, and then she started fighting back, and you squeezed harder and pulled back on that cord. Yeah, you did, Keith. I think that's what happened when she started scratching. You didn't know what to do, and you started tightening up that cord, and you made a mistake. And it did. It cost Patty her life.
She's
cost
never
Patty
coming
her
back.
life. She's never coming back. She is dead, Keith. And she sat on that apartment floor because you were too scared to call 911 because you were worried about yourself. Set yourself aside, Keith. Set yourself aside. She sat on that apartment floor for almost 2 days. 2 days. You couldn't help yourself. You just kept looking at her. You kept wanting to look at her, and you saw those dead eyes looking at you, and you didn't know what to do. You didn't know what to do. You tried closing them. I know you did. I know you did.
Tomorrow.
And then you slid that bag over her head, not because you were trying to conceal who she was. You didn't want to look at her
Because you carried
anymore.
her for her. You don't want her eyes staring at you.
You loved her. You loved her, Keith. You loved her. You loved her. Didn't you?
No way I do.
Yeah, you did.
Spent almost every day, several days a week, almost every day.
We saw you out front with her all the time.
Yeah.
That's how I knew who you were.
I used to
I
always,
knew you-
I used to always wave at you, Keith.
I knew you'd sit out there smoking, sitting on your on that walker right there. I probably just waved at you last week when I was on the road.
Maybe so.
Yeah, we did.
I would almost guarantee it.
You're a good guy. We're not arguing that. First thing you told us when we first came in, I never met you guys before.
Well, I meet so many police officers.
Yeah.
I can't keep
Yeah.
straight.
And you know what? The names you mentioned are good officers. Well, good detectives. They're
Yeah.
retired now.
I didn't know. I just haven't
Yeah.
seen her run.
Yeah, they are
And
definitely.
they probably will say good things about you, Keith.
And I turned in a hat to detectives. Ever since I
Yeah.
some guy hit Bobby in the face with a 40.
Was that a couple years?
Yeah. And I found the hat in the alley.
I think I remember this.
I heard about it. Everybody was saying what a good guy you were for doing that. Not anybody would do that. They would probably take it, probably keep it or throw it away. You did the right thing.
No, he had me on camera. He said,
Do the right
But
thing
in
now.
this story, there is no other story. It only involves you and Patty.
There's nobody else.
Yeah, there's
No other.
It's just you and Patty, Keith, and you know it. You know it, sir. I know you do. It's written all over your face. It is written all over your face. Keith, it's on your face. Let it out, man. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta cry, cry. It's not a big deal. It doesn't make you less of a man.
You made a
Yeah,
mistake that you cannot take back.
you did,
Yeah, you
Keith.
did.
You did. You're in denial right now. You're in one of the many stages of denial, and you are deep in it. But there's no other story. There's no other ending to this. There's no alibi. There's no other story. The only evidence points at you. You need to look yourself in the mirror. The only way this ends is with you setting yourself free and helping yourself out. That's the only way this ends. It's the only way it ends, Keith. I wish there was another story. I wish there was, but there's not. There's not another story. It's only the evidence we have in the story that you provided, which is bullshit, and you know it. It's bullshit. Set yourself free. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to trick you at all, but I'm trying to get you to tell the truth. And you're not telling me it.
You're going to find
Yeah.
out what happened, man. That's all. We would ask Patricia, but she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only person in that apartment. You know exactly what happened. Tell us what happened.
The walls don't talk.
No.
The walls don't talk, Keith.
We just
I wish they did.
We just want to know.
Because then I wouldn't have to be here talking to you.
We just want to know what happened. That's it, Keith. You're not a bad guy, man.
You made a mistake, Keith. Tell me about the mistake. Tell me about the mistake. Tell me. Tell me about it. I know, it's tough. It's tough. I saw that deep breath. It's tough. Tell me about the mistake, man. I want to hear about it. Tell me about the mistake. Tell me about it. Come on, man. Tell me what happened.
Let
It's
it
all
out.
right.
Let it
Just
out.
let it out, Keith. Let it out, brother.
Give yourself
I see it.
closure.
I see it
Do
in your
for
eyes,
yourself.
brother. Just let it out. Just let it out. I can see it in your eyes. Help yourself out, Keith. Come on, man. For you, for her. Let it out. I can see it, man. I know you're hurting. You're hurting bad. I know you are. Again, 45 years between the two of us. I know when someone's hurting and you're hurting. You're not an evil person, Keith. In any way, shape, or form. You're not an evil person, brother. You're a guy that made a mistake and doesn't know how to get out of it. You dug yourself in deep. But I promise you there's a way out, but this isn't, you gotta talk to us.
Talk to
know
us
you're
about the
hurting.
mistake.
Tell me.
Your silence says it all.
Tell me about it, Keith.
You want
Tell
to
me about the mistake.
Tell us about your mistake.
Tell me about the mistake.
I ain't making a mistake.
Keith,
Yes,
you made a mistake.
You made a big mistake.
You made a big mistake, Keith. You made a mistake. And you know what? That's human nature. Humans make mistakes.
That doesn't
It's
make you
coming
bad.
back after that mistake and making things right and living right afterwards. This will haunt you for the rest of your life if you continue to keep this bottled up. It will haunt you for the rest of your life. I promise you it'll haunt you for the rest of your life. There's no trickery here, Keith. Tell me what happened.
I did tell you.
You didn't tell me. You told me a bullshit story, Keith. That isn't gonna fly. No jury, no judge, no prosecutor, no officers believe you. It's not gonna fly. Come on, Keith, we're right there. Tell me you got in an argument with her. During the argument, you got the cord of the vacuum. You started strangling her. Maybe not with the intention to kill her, but she started fighting back, scratched you in the face, started screaming, and you didn't know what to do, so you just tightened up. You probably were just trying to scare her. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to scare her. I get it, Keith. I get it. I do. I get it. Women can be hard to deal with sometimes. But when she started fighting back, maybe she started screaming, I don't know, I wasn't there. I wasn't a fly in the wall. And she started fighting back and it scared you and you didn't know what to do. You just hung on. You just hung on and the next thing you know, she's not moving. And you didn't know what to do after that. You didn't know what to do. You put your phone on the charger, you fell asleep at some point because your body let loose all that adrenaline, all that built up anger and adrenaline just released. And you were able to sleep for a little bit. And then when Meals on Wheels came to the door on Tuesday, they didn't see her there. She was dead in the apartment, Keith, and you and I both know it. They came in today, same thing, dead in the apartment. And they started getting suspicious, and you didn't know what to do. And then the police show up at your door.
No.
And you're like, oh shit, things just got real. Now I really don't know what to do. And then you got arrested. And now we're here. Now is your chance to come clean to me. Come clean to the other detective. Keith, you stop shaking your head. Don't look down at me. We're past it. We're past it. We're past it. Come on, man. Yeah, it's on your hands. It's on your face. It's everywhere.
It's on her hands, around her neck, on the cord,
It's everywhere.
on the tape.
You're not a psychopath or a sociopath.
You're just a man.
You're an
who made a
honest
mistake.
man that made a mistake and don't know what to do.
I told you I kissed her a few times.
Yeah, Keith, that's not what we're asking. And you know that's not what we're asking. Come on, Keith. We're there. We're there. All this back and forth we've had going on.
Your silence says it all, Keith.
Your eyes glassed over. You want to cry. You want to break down. I want you to break down because it's going to make you feel better. You can't bring her back, but you can help yourself out. You can help her out. You can help her family out. You can help that whole complex out to know that, you, Keith, you're not a predator. You're a guy that made a mistake. You're a guy that made a mistake. You don't know what to do. I get it. I'm here to tell you that we're going to help you and do what we can. But that story you're given ain't going to buy it. The prosecutor, the jury, we.
You can
do not
convince
believe it.
yourself, but nobody else. You can only convince yourself with that story, but no one else.
Come on, Keith.
Hmm.
Yeah, Keith, before you even start talking, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. We're right there, brother. We're right there.
Go ahead, let it out, buddy.
You don't deserve this, and she doesn't deserve this either. Make it right. Make it right, my man. Tell me anything. But let it be the truth, Keith. Because you know what it is, and I know what it is. We've given you everything. We told you what the evidence is we have. It's damning. But we don't want you to be this predatory man. We want you to be the man that made a mistake
Keith, there's two
and
stories.
didn't know what to do.
One story is you meant to do it. The second story is the accident.
Mhm.
It was an
You
accident,
choose
wasn't
the
it?
story.
It was an accident, wasn't it? You didn't mean for it to happen.
It
Correct?
just happened.
It just happened. It just happened, Keith. I get it, man. I get it. Accidents happen. This one happened, and it happened bad. And it wasn't good. And you had to spend 2 days with a dead body and didn't know what to do.
And you had your all days confused.
Yeah. Because Tuesday was, you were locked in on that Tuesday.
The day it happened.
Yeah. Dude, it is what it is, man. Help yourself out, Keith. Come on, help yourself out. Let it out, man. Let it out. Let it out. It's all right. It's all right, man. Let it out. Tell us about this accident.
I don't know. I can.
So you did it on purpose?
No.
You planned this? Is what you're telling me?
No.
Okay, then tell me about this. How did it happen? What brought us to the point to where she was strangled and left to rot on the floor? What brought us to that point? Come on, Keith. What brought us to the point where Patty was on the floor with a bag around her head? Tape
up.
over the bag and covered up with a blanket that you yourself said she hated. What brought us there? Keith, what brought us there? Tell me, it's right there. I know you know. And you know that I know. You know that this detective knows. Tell me, Keith. Tell me. Tell me. What happened? Tell me. Tell me what caused this. What caused this to Patty? What caused this for you to do this to Patty? Tell me. I gotta write something down. I want it to be yours. I want it to be your story, and I want it to be the truth. You're not telling us the truth. We're right there. We're right there. You strangled her, Keith. You did. You did. The evidence is on your hands. The evidence is on your face. The evidence is in her nails. The evidence is in the room. We have the evidence. You strangled her. There's nobody else. She doesn't have anybody else.
He's the only person she had.
Yeah. You're the only person she had. You're the only person she had. Now she's dead. So tell me about the mistake you made.
I didn't make any mistake.
So you did it on purpose?
No.
You planned this? Is that what you want the jury to hear? That you planned this?
I didn't plan anything.
You premeditated going over there,
Killing her.
strangling her, killing her, covering her head with a bag, taping her up? That's what you want the jury or the prosecutors to hear?
Do you want us to write that down?
Is that what you want me to write down on here? What'd you say?
Go ahead.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
You want it to be like that? I don't think that's what it is, Keith. I think the story is you made a mistake. I think the story is you went over there, you guys got into an argument, and mistakes happen. There's no other way.
You
Keith,
keep
we
saying-
already know you were in there.
Keith, you keep saying no.
Yeah.
Then tell us the truth. Tell us your side of the story, man. Either it was an accident or you wanted to do it. Okay.
Keith, come on. You didn't want to do it, exactly. But you did.
I can't do it.
Yeah, you did, Keith. Then
Then
who did it?
who did
Keith?
it?
Yeah, who did it? Keith, because that's... And here we are back at the beginning again with this bullshit story
Who
of
did it?
you just found her like that.
Come on.
You had a key to her apartment, Keith.
The door was unlocked.
Okay. Keith, nobody else went to her apartment. Nobody. We've already watched all the video cameras. It was you. It was you in there, Keith. Yeah, it was,
Yes,
Keith.
Keith.
Yeah, we already know it.
No stranger entered that apartment building. She set you off
And you strangled her.
and you strangled her
You
to
did.
death. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back up here. Autopsy's gonna be completed. Well,
Evidence
I've-
going over.
Evidence gone over.
DNA's
You might not get a
gonna be
chance to talk to us again. That's your opportunity.
You said yourself, I would hope I would pass the polygraph. If you didn't do this, you'd say, absolutely, yes, I'd pass.
Bring it on.
Unequivocally, bring it on. But you know you won't pass. You know it. Because you killed her, Keith. You did.
Yes.
You killed her, Keith. That's why we're in here talking still.
And you can give us your side of the story. What happened? Tell us what happened, Keith. Tell us what happened.
Your story is not, it's not jiving, Keith. It's not there.
Set yourself free.
It's not
brother.
there. It's not there.
You can't even look us in the eyes and give us a
We've been at this. We've been in here for 2 hours now, Keith. 2 hours
Your
of you keep
silence
giving us the
says it
same
all, Keith.
BS story that we know is not true and you know is not true because nobody else was in that apartment. No one. There was no mystery person in that apartment. You're not even telling us that anyways. It was just you. She didn't strangle herself.
No.
Exactly. Didn't strangle herself. It's your DNA on that cord. We got it. We got it. Hook, line, and sinker. Her DNA's on there. Your DNA's on there. And we know she was there from Tuesday anyways because of the condition of the body. We know. Come on, Keith. Help us out. Help yourself out. For crying out loud. Have some self-respect. Have some self-respect. Believe in yourself. This isn't respecting yourself. This is just you thinking about you. Have some self-respect. Have some respect for the woman that you loved, who's no longer here. Do you remember what it was like when you tried to close her eyes, when you looked into her eyes and realized that she was no longer alive? Do you remember what that was like?
You probably felt horrible. And that's why you started drinking some more. Probably you drank yourself until you passed out.
That's hell.
Yeah, not before. We're talking about
After.
after you killed her. That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
And then you probably were drinking and she kept on looking at you. And that's when you put the bag over on her head. Taped it so it won't go nowhere. And you were thinking and drinking, what can I do? I'm not in no position to carry
I
her.
told you I'm a no comment.
Yeah. So is she.
So is she.
That doesn't make you bad people.
But we want to know what was said. What caused you to do this? You just didn't wake up like you
Keep
said.
saying I didn't do it. That we
No.
know. We know. We know. We know. We know. There was nobody else who went in that apartment.
You didn't go there.
We watched the videos
Specifically,
there.
you
There's
killed.
video cameras there. We know you're the only person that went into that apartment. Nobody else went in there. You. That's
you
it.
Keith.
Nobody climbed up the outside of the building to the 8th floor. We don't have any Spider-Man here in Ann Arbor. We don't. It was you.
But we have Keith that made a mistake that he regrets and he wants to get off his chest.
Tell us about the mistake. Tell us. There's nothing else to hide here. We're done. We're done playing this facade. We're done playing this game.
I know
You killed her. But tell us why. Tell us
That's
what
what we want to know.
happened.
We
That's
know
what
you
we
killed
wanna
her. We
know.
just want to know why. What was said.
Yeah.
What transpired.
Tell me how you got angry. Tell me how you got frustrated with her. Tell me something other than telling me I didn't do it, because we know that's not the truth. We're past that. We're past it, Keith. Tell me how you got scared when you were strangling her and how she started fighting back. Tell me about it, Keith. Tell me.
And what was said.
Tell me.
That's what we want to know.
Was she screaming, "Let me go"? And you got scared and just tightened up, and all of a sudden, whoop, oh my gosh,
I snapped her neck.
I just killed this woman. I killed her. I didn't mean to do this. Is that what happened? That's what happened, Keith?
Then how did it happen? How did it happen?
We already watched the cameras. You're the only person who went in.
You
that
know,
apartment.
we know that you killed her. Okay?
We're past that.
We're past that. What we want to know now is how. What was said? What triggered you? You're not a psychopath, are you? You've never done this before, right?
I ain't doing it.
Keith, again, we're past that. So, what caused you to kill her? How did we get there? How did we get there? Stop trying to convince us that you did it, because you're not. You have no story. You have no alibi. You have nothing.
You spent
You
2
have
days
nothing.
with her body, with her corpse. 2 days.
That's got to be traumatizing.
Yes.
When this is all said and done, we're willing to get you some help. But we have to start with some communication, some open line of
You
communication
have to
here.
stop being in denial.
Because that's what you are. You are in denial.
Yes. So what was written all over your face, man. You want to tell us.
Yeah.
You keep saying that.
Yeah. That it ain't.
You want to tell us.
Again, Keith.
We know you did it. We just
Yeah.
want to know. We just want to know what was said, man. How'd you do it? Were you fed up with the verbal and physical abuse? We understand.
Well, what was it then? And I want you, when you keep telling us no, I want you to keep in mind all that evidence we've already told you, and the fact that we've already watched all the surveillance cameras and we know you were the only person in the room. And no one's climbing up 8 stories to the window that you said is always open. No.
It's always open
Okay.
until it rains.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us, how did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here? We have the evidence. We have the DNA. Her DNA, your DNA. We have the video cameras. We know you did it.
You
How did
killed
we
her.
get here?
We want to know what got to this point that you had to kill her.
What? What was it, Keith? You're right there. What brought you to this point, or what brought her actions to the point where you did what you did?
Was she physically abusing you again? Verbally abusing you?
We had to argue about meat, that's all.
That's that. So this is what I'm supposed to tell the prosecutor, is that an argument about meat, and then you killed her.
No.
You killed
An
her.
argument about meat. So
Yep.
this was over Meals on Wheels meat.
No.
Mr. Prosecutor, Keith killed Patty because they had an argument over meat.
And that's what we're going to tell her daughters?
You killed her.
Over
You
meat.
strangled her because of meat.
No, I was going to replace it.
You what?
I was going to replace it.
Okay, we don't care about the meat. That's what we're trying to tell you, Keith. The meat is neither here nor there. I'm telling you, that story, it ain't cutting it, man.
You killed her. We just want to know why.
Yeah, we need a why.
We know you killed her. Evidence there. We're not worried about that, Keith.
We have all the evidence we need.
But you don't want us to put down that it was premeditated. We know. Why that? With the heat of the moment.
Tomorrow morning, you're going to be, well, maybe not tomorrow morning, you're going to be arraigned. Is it going to be a premeditated murder? Or is it going to
First
be
degree?
Is it going to be a murder of passion?
That's what
An
we think.
accident?
Accidents happen.
I don't want...
You didn't leave your apartment to her apartment to kill her. We know you didn't. No.
No.
We know that.
Went over there and a mistake happened. You
went
did
over
not
there?
pre-plan this. Correct? You didn't go over there with the intention of killing her.
No.
Okay. But at some point when you were over there, an argument transpired.
Something happened. We don't know what happened. Tell
You
us
weren't
what
there.
happened. What happened, Keith?
Go ahead, Keith. It's right there.
You went to her apartment.
Went over there. And what happened?
You started drinking.
Correct?
I didn't drink. I mean, I did drink, but I didn't. I drank this morning.
Okay.
After you killed her, you started drinking some more?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
I did go home and listen to radio.
What'd you say?
I said I went home that night and listened to the radio.
Okay. Was she already dead at that point?
No.
Okay. So you came back the next day? Well, give us the timeline. At what point did you go over there and the altercation took place and you killed her? At what point was that? Today is Thursday.
Right. Got my days mixed up.
Okay, so today's Thursday.
Right.
Go ahead. Today's Thursday. At what point did you go over there and the altercation took place? At what point? Was it 2 days ago?
Maybe it was 2 days.
Okay.
But I...
Well, let me ask you this. The first time on Tuesday when Meals on Wheels came, on Tuesday, today is Thursday, on Tuesday,
Okay.
was she already dead at that point?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. We get our days mixed up.
Okay, you get your days mixed up. What transpired to the point where she got choked?
I don't know.
You don't know because you can't remember, or what? I mean, we're already here. We're here. You got in an argument sometime between Tuesday and Thursday. We're leaning more towards Tuesday.
Okay.
During the argument, did you knock her to the ground? Did you guys start rolling around on the ground? What happened?
No, I tell you, I didn't do it.
Keith,
We have to wait for the results.
we don't have to wait for the results. We already know what the results are going to be. Your DNA's on her, Keith. You just telling me that tells me that you did it. There's no results to wait for. The results are here. Your DNA's on her. Her DNA's on you. You were the only person there. Meals on Wheels came twice. You made up excuses that she was sleeping, but she was really dead. You were hesitant to let the officers into the apartment.
Yeah.
At some point, you had an altercation with her. You strangled her. She fought back during the process. Maybe you didn't want to kill her, which is, I think, what happened. You got nervous because she started fighting back. You strangled harder. She died.
You got scared.
You got scared.
this.
You didn't want to look at her eyes. You probably tried to close her eyes. I would bet. We'll find out. Eyes wouldn't close. You put a bag over her head. You taped it up. You didn't even tape it up tight. You just taped it up enough to keep it so it would not come off and you would not have to look at her face. Maybe you redressed her. Maybe you didn't. Sure looks like you did because the body's definitely set up. You covered her up with the blanket that she didn't like. Now we need to know
What was
when and why. Today is Thursday.
Right.
Today's Thursday. How long has she been dead for, Keith? 2 days, like I said? It's been 2 days, correct?
Maybe.
Okay.
No, but no, let's see the results.
We already know the results, Keith.
We know what the results are going
We
to
know
come back.
we know
We
what
know that. We know you killed her.
we know what the results
That's
are.
not the-
Keith.
that's not the
that's
question.
not what's in question.
No. But the question is, why?
Yeah. Tell me why.
We know you did it. You know you did it, Keith.
Yeah, we'll wait till the results. You know what the results are going to be? It's going to be she scratched you, you were fighting her, and you squeezed harder. You didn't want to do that. I know
It was
you
an
didn't
accident.
want to do
Accident
that.
happened, Keith. You didn't want it to happen.
So what day did it happen? Because based on the condition of the body, Keith, let me tell you that. Based on the skin slipping in the body, I'm estimating that she was dead when Meals on Wheels came to the door on Tuesday. They came to today, so that would have been Tuesday, Wednesday, today's Thursday. They came to the door again. This seems suspicious. She doesn't want to come to the door. You don't actually live there. It's not your apartment, but they give you the food anyways, and they move on. Well, in the meantime, they call the police. The police come out. You're hesitant to let them in because there's a dead body of the woman you killed. You didn't mean to kill her. You absolutely didn't mean to kill her, but unfortunately, she is dead.
She never come back.
We need to determine why this happened.
She got 2 daughters that will never hear from their mother again. You didn't mean it.
So
Right.
what was it? Was it an argument?
No.
What was
What
it?
was it then?
Was she cheating on you?
What?
Was she cheating on you?
No.
No, of course, because there were no other guys in the apartment.
Yeah. So what was it? Come on, Keith.
Right there, Keith. Tell me. Tuesday you went over there, got into an argument. I'm describing it. I know I am, Keith. It's on your face. It is on your face.
The question is not, did you kill her or not? You killed her. The question we want answered is, why did you kill her?
Tell me it was an accident, Keith. Tell me you didn't mean to do it. I'm fine with that. You didn't mean to do it, did you? You didn't mean to do it. Detective McDonough, I didn't mean to do it, but it happened. I got into an argument with her. I ended up putting a vacuum cord around her neck, started squeezing. She started fighting him back, and I tightened it up, and before I know it, she wasn't moving anymore. And it broke my heart. I'm heartbroken over it. Tell me. We're here, Keith. We know. This is your time. This is your time to not make yourself look like a sociopath. This is your time to tell us that, hey, I made a mistake. So tell me about your mistake. Tuesday you went over there. You guys got into an argument. I'm assuming early morning hours.
2 a.m. You probably got that right.
Yeah, you probably got 2 a.m., right?
You started drinking.
Or you didn't. I don't know. You said you're both alcoholics, so that's fine.
And you started drinking some more after
After you
this
killed her.
tragic accident happened. It's a tragedy. You didn't mean to. It happened. You drank until you passed out. The question is,
Why?
why? We know you killed her. Just explain why you killed her. We need to give closure to the daughters. Argument happened. She was verbally abusing you, or maybe physically abusing you again. She hit you before. She probably hit you again. Shame on her for putting her hands on you. shame on her for verbally abusing you. No man deserves that after all you did to her.
Tell us about it.
You did a lot. Get it off your chest. The question is,
There's no evidence to wait for. We have the evidence. The evidence is here. We're telling you what the evidence. I'm being
we're
upfront
being
and telling
very
you.
truthful. The only person not being truthful in this room
Is you.
is you. You're in denial. We know you killed her. You know you killed her. We just want to know why.
We want to be able to tell the prosecutor. We want to be able to tell a jury. I don't even want it to get to that. I want to be able to tell the prosecutor that this man made a mistake.
And you
This
cut a
man made
deal
a
with him.
mistake. So tell me about your mistake. Tell me about this tragic accident. Because the evidence is all there. We have it all. We know you're the only one in there. We know. It's there. You say, oh, I want to wait for the evidence. The evidence, we have the evidence. This is your chance, Keith. This is your chance. Tell me what transpired on Tuesday that led to this incident. What transpired? Tell me what transpired, Keith. Tell me. What transpired to her ending up like that? What was it? Tell me. It's there. Just say it, Keith. Tell me what transpired that led you to this point. Tell me how this happened, okay? Can you do that for me, Keith? Can you do that for me? Tell me. Go ahead. Get it out. Go ahead, Keith. I know it hurts. It hurts, man. It hurts a lot. I'm sure it does. Tell me what happened, though. Tell me, you went over there Tuesday. At some point during this night, some argument didn't happen because, as you said, and as we suspect, you're not a sociopath. You didn't just go over there and choke her out, right?
No.
Okay. So we're not a sociopath. So what led to this accident happening that led her to her death? Because as you said, and I just asked you, you're not a sociopath. You tell me no. So what led to this? What led to this accident? As terrible and tragic as it is, what led to this?
We know the accident. We know that you didn't mean to do it. It just happened. It wasn't premeditated.
But we need to know what happened. Tell me what happened. You went over there on Tuesday, correct?
No.
Okay. What happened that led to that point?
Don't you feel bad that you killed her, that she's dead? Don't you feel bad? I know you do. You're human. You got a heart. You feel bad that she's dead, right?
Yeah.
Don't you feel bad you killed her and she's dead, she'll never come back?
What led to that, though, Keith? Tell me. You went over there Tuesday, not with the intention, because you used a vacuum cord. A vacuum cord. That's her vacuum.
Yeah.
You didn't bring that over there with the intention of, I'm going to choke her out with this vacuum cord. It was there, and it happened. And it was heated. It was hot.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
She was probably hitting you and...
Tell me, Keith. It's hard. I know it is, man.
You said you're not a
I know it is.
sociopath. You said that you didn't go there to kill her. We know that. Don't you feel bad that you killed her?
You don't feel bad?
No, I didn't kill her.
You did kill her, Keith. We're past that. You can't.
You're
keep telling us
mumbling
that.
it.
Yeah, you can't even get it out of your mouth because you know it's not the truth. So tell me, when you went over there on Tuesday, what happened? Just what happened, my man? What happened?
Let it
What
out.
transpired to the point?
You need to cry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let it out, man. Get out of your chest.
What transpired, Keith? What transpired? The back and forth. Let's be done with this. Let's be done with it. We got 3 pages here. We've been here since what time? We've been here since 6:43. It's 9:10. We've been here over 2 hours now. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get you some closure. Come on. You went over there on Tuesday. Tell me what happened.
That's why I did go on Tuesday.
Okay. What happened then?
We drank. We drank together. Everybody else I drank with us did.
Went there on Tuesday, drank together. And then what happened?
Well, went home.
No, you didn't go home, Keith.
Uh,
You didn't go home. I don't think you left that body for 2 days, Keith. Maybe to go
Yeah.
back to your apartment for a minute, but I don't think you left that body.
You probably went to the apartment and grabbed the tape. You said it's yours.
yeah, it is my tape.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we know. Yeah. You're not in denial of that. So what happened? You went there on Tuesday, you drank together. At some point an argument happened, correct?
I don't think it was Tuesday.
Okay.
We had to ever get it.
Okay, what day do you think it was then? You think it was yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
What day was it then?
It had to be probably Tuesday.
Okay, so it was Tuesday. What was the argument over?
It would have been over me.
Over the meat.
I was going to replace it.
Okay, and what happened during the argument?
Well, I went home.
Okay,
And when did you return?
Probably this week.
okay. Was she already dead then, Keith?
Yes.
Okay, so on Tuesday, during the argument over meat, it became physical,
No.
and you strangled her.
No.
Keith, why do we keep going back? You're so close. We're right here. Now you're at least saying you went over there on Tuesday and you got into an argument. On Tuesday, you got into an argument over the meat. You say you went home, went to sleep, came back on Wednesday, she was already dead. So
No.
you killed her on Tuesday. It was tragic. It was tragic, but you killed her on Tuesday.
Accident.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, Keith.
The polygraph guy is on his way. He's still gonna do the polygraph.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah? Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna have to go to the county. That's for the polygraph. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's go back to this one more time. You went over there Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
You guys drank together.
Yeah.
While you were drinking, an argument transpired. It became physical.
No.
Yes, it did.
Then tell us-
Tell me
tell
what
us
happened.
why. Tell
Yeah,
us
then
why.
tell us why. Who killed her then? Who killed her, Keith? Who killed her?
Who's out there that we need to get?
I haven't.
Yeah. You haven't a clue because he's sitting right in front of us. We know that. We've gone over the evidence. I told you the evidence. I know it's you. You know
Evidence
it's...
doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Right. I need to use the bathroom.
You want to use the bathroom? Okay.
I don't want to crap my pants.
Yeah, I don't want you to crap your pants either.
Follow me. 911. That's what we're going to that.
Okay.
Which way?
Another Coke, Keith?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I forget what I was going to say.
You want to think about it for a minute?
Keith, we can still talk to you, correct? You
Yeah.
still got all the Miranda that we read to you earlier still in your mind.
Mhm.
You still want to talk to us, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Keith, we're past the part where you did it. We just want to know why. Okay? So, just to let you know, what's going to happen to you tonight?
I don't know. I gotta get some rest. I'm tired.
Do you think you're going home?
No.
Okay.
Do you think this is just gonna go away? You think this is just a bad nightmare? For your sake, I wish it was a bad nightmare, but it's not. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a nightmare, Keith.
So we were meeting with our lieutenant. We have the evidence we need. We have the video footage we need. Now we need your side. Okay, Keith?
We know you did
We have
it.
it.
We just want to know why. Why'd you
We have
kill
it.
her? We know you killed her. We're past that. We're past the part where we know that you killed Patricia. You strangled her to death with a vacuum cord from her own apartment.
However,
You taped the bag over her head. Your bag. Tape that you had, that you brought there.
Yeah.
You were taped.
Didn't I see?
was your doing.
And she scratched you. Trying to stop you from killing her.
And she scratched me.
She scratched you. Come on.
Tell me about Tuesday, Keith. We're there. You went over there, you got drunk with her.
No.
What happened? Keith, the video footage doesn't lie. You're the only one who went in the apartment.
Now, how many times did I go in?
At least 2 from what we saw.
Mm-hmm. Fairly.
Yeah. And I'm assuming did you tell me earlier at some point you pooped your pants? You had an accident and had to wash your pants in the tub?
Yeah.
Okay, they're still in the tub. I'm assuming that's what was in the tub. Okay,
Yeah, I did it on the elevator.
fair enough.
Bathroom, the second floor.
Don't do it here. If you gotta go, let us know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take you back.
We'll gladly take you to the bathroom. So you went over there Tuesday. At what point during your drinking with her did you guys get into an argument?
Well, we don't know if the argument. What happened?
Tell us. We don't know.
We don't know.
We know from the evidence what happened.
We're just making
The evidence
assumptions.
tells
We don't
us,
want to
yeah.
assume.
The evidence tells us that you are responsible for the condition she was in. You're responsible for strangling her. But we don't know why. So tell us. Tell us, Keith. Tell me the story. If I'm so off, then tell me what happened.
Yeah.
What is it, Keith?
Yeah.
Huh?
You're mumbling.
You're-
You're mumbling because you want to mumble the truth. But you're traumatized. You were with a dead body for several days. That's going to fuck someone up.
Tell me what happened, Keith.
Because you're a good guy.
Seem to get sick again.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm starting to get sick again.
You starting to get sick?
No, shakes.
Are you cold?
No, it's alcohol.
Oh, okay.
You getting withdrawals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we can't give you any.
I wish we could, like the old days, we have a cigarette, maybe have a glass of scotch. But we can't do that anymore. This is 2022.
Yeah.
But we could make this stop by you telling us why you killed her. We know you killed her. You know you killed her. Just tell us why. Then we won't have to go through all the polygraph or anything like that, because you told the truth.
And you told us you hope to pass it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if you knew you were going to pass it, you'd say,
Bring it on.
detectives, let's go. I know I'm going to pass this. But you know you're going to fail it. You know.
You know you killed her. We just want to know why. We're past that
undeniable.
part.
So tell me about Tuesday. And if you tell me it wasn't Tuesday, then tell me about Wednesday. Tell me about what led to her dying. Are you that callous that you don't care? I don't think that's the case.
You don't think you're a sociopath?
I don't think that's the
Have
case
you done
at
this
all.
before and it doesn't faze you? How many people have you killed?
I do.
This is the first person you killed, Patricia. Your silence says it all.
Set yourself free, man. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. You're thinking about it. I know you are, man. It's hard, isn't it? The truth hurts, doesn't it, Keith? doesn't it? You can be honest with me. Be honest with me. Does the truth hurt? Does the truth hurt, Keith?
You're in denial. You need to let go. We just want to know what got to the point that you had to kill her. You did.
Then who did, Keith?
Mm-hmm.
Are we back to this again? We have the evidence we need. We need a why. We need a why, Keith. Why did you kill her? Why? Tell me why. Was it an accident? Was it a sexual fantasy? Then tell me why.
You had her dressed up in shoes. She had a skirt on halfway to her knees.
No, I realize it.
Yeah. You realize it because you did it. So tell me what happened. You can't tell me anything else. You can't tell me there was some other suspect. We know there wasn't another
It
suspect.
was just you and her.
You and her.
Unfortunately, she can't tell us.
So tell
What
me
happened?
what happened.
She's dead.
Come on, Keith. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. Come on. Tell me. I didn't do it. Is it cutting it? We already know. But we want to know a why. We want to know a why. What was going on in your head when that happened? Were you angry? Were you frustrated? Were you sexually frustrated?
No.
What were you then? What were you? Tell me what you were. When this happened, how were you feeling when this happened? How did she make you feel? How did you feel? What were you thinking? Tell me. Come on. Tell me. What were you feeling when this happened? Yeah? What were you feeling when this happened, Keith? What were you feeling? How were you feeling? I don't think you're that callous of a man. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I don't know, but I don't think that's the case. I think this was an accident. So tell me what happened, Keith. Can you tell me what happened?
No.
Why?
You trying to forget it? That it did happen? Is that what you're trying to do? The more you say no, you think it'll go away?
It's not going away.
You're not going to go home. But we could help you.
There can be a better ending to this
Yes.
than you being labeled as some psychopath. We don't want that.
Absolutely.
Okay, then.
Do you care? Do you care that she's dead?
Yeah.
Do you feel bad?
Yeah.
You feel bad that you killed her?
No.
You don't feel bad, so you're a psychopath? Is that what
No.
you're saying? So you feel bad that you killed her.
No.
You don't feel bad that you killed her. Keith, we're past this. We know you killed her.
Well, why don't you
We
feel
know.
bad that you killed her?
No, I didn't.
You did kill her. There's nobody else came in, Keith. You've heard. We've laid it all on the line of what we have.
No, can I see it?
There's nothing to see. It's lab reports.
Well, it's done in.
Yeah, and the video we have is on like a USB drive.
So you just want,
Yeah, you just want confirmation?
because you're in denial yourself? You did it. We know you did
You're
it.
right there, Keith.
You know you did it.
You went from, I just showed up there today at 2 in the morning and she was dead, to now we're at least, I did go over there on Tuesday, we did drink, and then I went back to my apartment and didn't kill her. Well, we know that's not the truth. We know that's not the truth. We know that you were in there. We know that some sort of altercation took place. Whether or not you want to call, maybe you don't want to call it an altercation. Something happened between you and Patty, and it led to her death. What we need to determine is, did you plan this ahead of time? Was this premeditated?
No.
Were all those books in your apartment? What about all those books in your apartment? All that Nazi stuff? Is that who you are, Keith? Is that who you are?
I'm a war buff, and that shows me paint schemes and stuff like
Okay. So that's not who you are.
that. No.
Then tell me. Tell me, Keith, because you know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. Deep down inside, every bone in your body is telling you, just be honest with these guys. Just be upfront with these guys. But there's that little bit just hanging on. Just like a tooth that's just about to pop out. It's just hanging on by the skin, just a little bit. And it's just keeping you from doing that. Just pull it. Just pull it and tell us. Pull that tooth out. Tell us your side. Let your side, let your truth be told. Because then that's your truth. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from you.
What happened in that apartment?
Mm-hmm.
You do know, Keith. Come on,
You're the
man.
only one who does.
You're the only one who does. Because there's nobody else out there. Nobody. Nobody scaled up to the 8th floor and climbed in through the window and strangled Patricia and then climbed out 8 stories.
Patricia died violently in your hands. Violently in your hands. What caused you to do that? That's $1 million question. Why did you kill her?
Was it a self-control thing? Was it a sexual
We just want to know why.
ideation, sexual frustration, a sexual fantasy that you couldn't fulfill and she got mad? Was that it? You couldn't get it up maybe? She did want sex from you? And you strangled her. Was that it?
No,
Then what was it? What was it, Keith? Help us out here.
The way she was found was staged. Was you positioned her in that the way you wanted her found.
Tell us. Keith, we're right here. We're right here. We're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
We're past the
Yeah.
point that you didn't kill her. We know you killed her. We just want to know why. Why'd you kill her? You violently killed her. Why?
What caused
What caused you to snap?
Keith, what caused you to snap? You went over there Tuesday, probably early in the morning. You guys were drinking. At some point, an argument transpired. What argument transpired that she ended up on the floor with a cord around her neck by your hands and you choking her? What argument? What happened? Tell me what happened. Keith, you can keep denying it all you want. I mean, you're still going to the jail. You're still in jail. We have the evidence we need. But I want to hear what your side of this story is. There's got to be more to it. There's got to be. There's got to be a reason Keith had a mislapse in judgment, a mishap in thoughts. What was that? What caused it, Keith? What caused it? Tell me. I'm as tired as you are. We've been at this for almost 3 hours. What caused this mislapse in judgment? Tell me, Keith. Tell me. What was it? You're looking right at me. I'm looking back at you. Tell me. Tell me a story, because you have no alibi.
No.
No, you don't. You know you don't. So
What's the
tell me.
story you want us to give everybody? Was it accidental? You went down there looking to kill her? You went down there, one thing led to another, things got heated, got carried away, and you accidentally killed her. We could run with that story all day long. This is sets in your hand. No one else is going to tell us what happened. It's the truth. you could tell us the truth. This is a one-sided story, your story.
Yeah.
And the evidence already points to you that you killed her. We just want to know why you killed her. So tell us. Tell us why you killed her. We're not going to ask you no more. The only question we're going to ask you is why you killed her. We're done with all the other scenarios. One question, why did you kill her, Keith? Why did you kill Patricia, the person that you cared for and you loved? We'll wait for the answer.
You'll find out tomorrow.
Hmm?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow what?
Evidence.
Yeah.
We already know you did it.
But we're not going to find out tomorrow. Why? Why?
We know you did it. We just want to find out why. We're not going to find out why.
You keep asking
tomorrow.
about the evidence because you know the evidence is there.
The evidence is there. That's not.
You've seen CSI, NCIS, all that. So you have an idea.
Explain to us why. Why'd you kill her? Evidence is there that corroborates everything that we've discussed. We didn't bring this out of our ass.
It's there. It was there on the scene. Plain as day.
So a question to you. Why did you kill Patricia?
There you go. Tell me. Get it out. Get it out. You're mumbling because you know. Get it out, Keith. Come on. Get it out. Why did you kill her? You went over there Tuesday because you wanted to kill her? Mm-hmm. Okay. You went over there Tuesday, you guys got drunk, got in an argument, and you ended up strangling her. Correct? Mm-hmm. Correct? Then tell me what? What happened? What happened, Keith? What happened? Tell me what happened.
I never told you.
No, you're
telling us.
Yeah, you keep telling me some bullshit story of how you guys got in an argument and she magically ended up dead and you covered her up.
You argued about meat.
Yeah.
That you're going to replace.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't need the meat replaced because she's
So
dead.
you want us to tell her daughters
She died because of
she
meat.
died because of meat? That wasn't going to get replaced? Come on. Come on, Keith. You're a better man than that. You're a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
But have some pride, man.
Yeah.
Have some courage. You keep asking about the evidence because you know it's there. You know it's indisputable.
That's not the question. The question is, why? We already established that you killed her. That's set in stone, Keith. You know that. And we know that. Question is, why'd you kill her? Why'd you kill Patricia?
Tell me.
Do you have enough of her abuse? That's understandable, Keith. No one should be verbally abused. No one. You took it every day that you were with her. She probably got worse when she was drinking. She took everything out on you.
You were the one taking care of her.
You took care of her.
You made her food. You prepared her food, and she treated you like shit.
You were a friend. Accompanied her. Seemed like you cherished her.
She gave you clothes. Tell me, Keith. Tell me. We're here still. You're here still. You want to be here still. So tell us your story.
You want to tell us the truth.
We're just taking a long time to get there. A long time.
Well, we established that you killed her. $1 million question. Keith, why did you kill Patricia?
In a little while, we're going to go over, have a county deputy run you through a polygraph, which you already pretty much admit you don't think you're going to pass, in not so many words. Why are we going to waste our time on that? Tell me what happened. We'll wrap this up for the night. You can tell me that it was a mistake, was in the heat of passion, and I messed up, and I made a mistake. But this, I didn't do it, and then no alibi, no nothing. That's
And you're mumbling.
yeah, that's BS. Look me in the eye right now and tell me what happened, Keith. Don't shake your head. You know what happened. Fill us in. You were asking me about your rap sheet. Your rap sheet hardly has anything on it, because I don't think you're an evil person at all.
The last thing on there was in 2011.
But I don't know why you're so hung up on not.
2011?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2011. Ypsilanti Police.
Nothing violent. You're not a violent guy.
Ypsilanti Police.
Yeah, that's what it says. Oh, Ypsilanti Police Post. Was it
MSP.
MSP? Yeah. So that would have been the 2-6 post.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's neither here nor there. Again, you're not a violent man. It says so right here. So tell me why Patricia ended up dead. You do know.
You do know. Keith, why'd you kill her?
Why? Yeah, why?
What did she do?
Why?
She probably provoked you. We want to know what she did. We can't ask her.
I asked you, and then we ask you who killed her, and you're, oh, I don't know. Because there's nobody else. There's nobody else but you, Keith. There's nobody else but you. You and Patricia were the only people in that room. You and Patricia. Do you think a jury's going to believe this story of yours?
No.
Do you think they are? You ever been in front of a jury before?
No.
No, they're not going to believe this. They're not. Then you're going to have to drag this all the way through.
You were found with the body for several days. You lied to Meals on Wheels. Was it a female?
Yes.
Yeah.
The delivery person. You lied to her twice. Told her she was sleeping when she was dead. You lied to the police.
Come on, Keith, help me out. Help us out. Help us help you. We're still here, you're still here. You still want to talk. Let's talk, man. Tell me your story. We're right here.
You still want to talk because you want to tell us the truth. Let the truth set you free.
Tell me, what am I going to tell? Is this callous predator? Or is this a guy who made a mistake?
I think it's
What's
a
the
guy
story?
who made a mistake.
What is the story, Keith? What is the story? You just mumbled, yeah. What is the story? What's the story, my man? What do we have to do to get through to you, Keith? We got to break down these barriers, my man.
It's not a bad dream. It's a reality,
It's
but
not going away.
But what if I did say it was a mistake?
Then you'd be telling the truth, Keith. Then you'd be telling the truth. And we can help you out with this.
Yeah.
We can talk to the prosecutor. We can let him know that, although it took a little while,
it was a mistake.
You know?
He didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
He's not a bad person. You don't want them to hit you with premeditated.
No, I didn't premeditate anything.
Okay, it was a
then tell me
mistake.
what happened.
What happened?
You went over there on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're right there. What happened?
And
You
go
guys
from
got
there.
drunk?
Yeah.
Got drunk on Tuesday. What time do you think you went over there on Tuesday? Just a roundabout guess.
Maybe 10, 11.
At night.
No, in the daytime, morning.
In the morning, on Tuesday morning. And you guys were drinking?
Mm-hmm.
How long were you drinking for?
Maybe a couple hours.
Couple hours? Okay, what happened during the drinking? You guys got into an argument about something?
Yeah.
You tell us what.
Yeah, you tell me.
Just keep talking. We're not going to interrupt you. You tell us what.
I just want this to end.
Okay. Let's get it to end then. It's all right, Keith. It's all right, okay? I promise you it's all right. All right?
I didn't premeditate anything.
Okay, well,
No,
you
we're
tell
not.
me.
You tell us.
Tell me.
Tell us the truth.
I just say it's a mistake.
Okay, you made a mistake. You were over there drinking.
Mm.
Then what happened?
And then
You went home after you killed her?
yes, there's
No,
No, we want to hear it from you.
Yeah, we wanna hear it from you.
Tell us the truth.
Okay,
I went back.
okay. We're there, Keith. We're there. We're here for you, okay?
You went home, then you went back.
Yeah.
Was she already dead when you came back?
Yes.
Okay.
I should have told Meals and Wheels what happened.
It's okay. When you came back, what did you come back for?
I was going back there originally to find my other pair of glasses.
And then what happened?
And then Meals and Wheels came.
Okay,
Then you guys came.
okay. So it was today that you came back there? It happened on Tuesday.
I went back Wednesday night.
Okay, and what did you do Wednesday night?
I ate a little bit
Okay.
and I took a nap.
Was it at that point that you covered her up and put the bag over her?
No,
When did you do that? Again, we're talking about a mistake that you want to get behind you, but we need to know time frames.
it was after 2.
On Tuesday,
No, on Wednesday.
Wednesday morning?
Yeah.
Okay. So you went back there Wednesday morning around 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was, what did you do? Just walk me through it.
I watched a little TV and I went to bed.
At what point did you cover her head with the bag?
I don't remember.
Okay. Why did you cover her head with the bag?
Yes, I didn't want to see her.
Okay.
A lot of stuff I might have meant to, but I didn't do it.
What was that?
I said a lot of stuff I might have meant to, but I didn't do it all.
You didn't do what? Keith, we're past this. You said you want to get beyond this. Well, let's go back to Tuesday. When you got drunk with her,
Yeah.
what did you guys get into an argument about?
Like I said, me.
The meat. During the argument, it became physical. Explain that part to me.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? We're right there, Keith. Did you knock her to the ground? How did she end up on the ground? Explain it to me, Keith.
She was standing up.
She was standing up. Did you... What happened? And what
I
happened?
don't know why I did it.
Okay.
I'm not a violent person.
Okay.
I don't know what touched me up.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Did you just see the vacuum cord and grabbed it?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's not a get. I mean, it was in the apartment then?
Yeah.
Okay. Vacuum was in the apartment. And then what did you do? Explain to me.
I don't remember.
Okay. from what you remember, what did you do? I know you're saying you don't remember a lot, but what did you do? She's standing up and you guys are arguing.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, not I guess, I wasn't there, so tell me.
I told you, I don't remember a lot.
You don't remember a lot.
What do you remember, Keith? We want to know what you remember.
I remember going home and coming back.
Yeah, but I'm talking about during the argument, you said she was standing in the apartment. The
Yeah.
vacuum was there. Did you pick up the vacuum cord at some point and wrap it around her neck?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, you guess, or yes, you did?
Apparently I did. I told you I don't remember that.
Okay. Once you wrapped that around her neck, what did you do?
Apparently I scrambled them.
What else do you remember, Keith?
I remember going home and coming back.
What'd you come back for?
I told you I was looking for my glasses originally.
When did you wrap her head with the plastic bag?
I don't remember.
The actual strangling event, the accident that happened, you don't know what touched you off. I understand that. An argument over meat. That was on Tuesday afternoon
Yeah.
before Meals on Wheels came to the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so between 10 and 12 o'clock, would that be a fair estimate? Because Meals on Wheels comes at what, 1?
No, between 12 and 1.
Okay, so sometime before 12 o'clock, and you think you got there between
11?
No,
11 o'clock?
11-ish maybe.
Okay, so she'd been dead since Tuesday morning, late morning then.
Probably.
What was your plan to do with the body?
I don't know.
You don't know? Would you be able to, I know you're using a walker, but if you stood up, could you show me how you put the cord around her neck?
I just wrapped it on.
Like from behind?
Mm,
You're showing me this movement. Is that what you
Yeah.
mean? Like from behind, or did you lasso it around and cross it in the back?
I guess.
Well, I'm not
I
asking.
don't remember.
You don't remember. But do you think you went over her head or around the front of her neck?
I think I went over her head.
Over her head. And you don't know what you wanted to do with the body afterwards?
Mm.
Were you going back to her apartment and sleeping in the apartment with her?
I slept in the chair.
You slept in the chair. For how many nights did you do that?
Probably,
Since she was dead? Every night?
no. Only one night.
And what night would that have been?
That would have been Wednesday.
So Tuesday night, you left her alone in there Tuesday night after Meals and Wheels, after you told Meals and Wheels
Yeah.
took the food. You left her
There
alone. and
was
came
one day when I told somebody that she was sleeping. I wasn't lying.
Okay, yeah, I believe you. Wednesday night, slept in apartment. Okay. Did you put those shoes on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I pulled her pants or whatever down.
But you did you're admitting you pulled her pants down.
Yes. I don't know why, because I couldn't do anything anyway.
Did you try?
No.
Did you use your fingers?
Yeah.
You did. To her vagina or anus?
Probably both. See, I don't remember that.
Okay.
Kind of like, I don't know. Kind of hazy. I don't remember.
Did you use any other instruments to insert into her anus and or vagina?
Remember.
If you had to think about it.
I don't remember. Oh,
You okay?
no, my back bothers me. Can't even sleep a decent night. I'm up every couple hours. That between that and running to the bathroom.
Is there anything else that you can tell me about this incident?
Not really.
Can I bring up something that I noticed?
But
There was a bottle in the apartment with a long cylindrical.
oh, that was gonna be my swan or a goose.
Yes, but it appeared to have possible fecal matter and or blood on it. Not in your apartment, in her apartment.
Yeah.
Did you insert that into her vagina
I
or
could've.
anus?
But she's the one that pooped on the floor.
Okay. After you killed her, she pooped on the floor?
No,
Prior
before.
to? Okay.
I never started to clean it up. But she made that mess.
So you probably could have inserted that into her?
I could have.
She scratched your face.
No. I told you that my psoriasis, I scraped it. I have to do my nose and behind my ears too.
So was she fighting you?
No.
Describe what happened when you were strangling her.
Nothing.
She just fell limp?
Hmm?
She fell limp right away?
Limp.
Like limp. She went limp. She didn't fight back with you?
Uh-huh.
She didn't scream or anything?
No.
She didn't make a noise?
No.
Describe show me, how did you have the rope?
I don't remember.
If you
I
had
just
it,
made a loop.
you made a loop
That's it.
out of the vacuum cord?
I don't remember what it was.
Okay, made a loop.
It could have been something else. I don't know.
So she never fought back,
No.
never resisted. How long you think it took until she died?
Maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
What were you thinking when this was going on?
Like I told you, it's almost like a dream. I get in these positions sometimes where I'm half awake and half asleep. And sometimes my dreams don't seem real.
Keith, have you ever done this before?
No,
How do you feel right now?
I feel bad.
You good for a minute?
Yes.
Okay. Keith, I'm gonna be right back, okay? Detective Navy's gonna stay here, okay?
Okay. That was another thing I did too, is I had to plug in my phone because it had 0 on it.
She was already dead when you plugged in your phone?
That's it?
She was already dead when you plugged in the phone?
Yes. And I went back over to look for my glasses. And I plugged in my phone. Let's see, no, I actually don't know why I did it.
Oops.
Keep talking, you're doing great.
I don't know what else to say.
But I think he said, actually don't know why I did it.
Yeah.
So she didn't say anything to, like, you were standing up.
Earlier in the day she did.
What'd she say?
Saying I ate her meat or threw it out, and I didn't do either. I don't know what she did with it.
Then what happened?
That's about it.
So what happened after you strangled her and she was dead? You killed her.
Mm-hmm. Didn't go on.
And then what happened?
Mm-hmm. I might have had a snack, and I went to bed.
You went to bed at your place?
Yes.
That would have been Tuesday night, correct? And then
Yeah.
woke up Wednesday morning and went back over there.
Yes.
You forgot your glasses. You charged your cell phone.
Yeah.
And that's when she was looking at you and...
No, I don't remember when it was. I don't know why it was.
Well, you told us you didn't like because her
Well,
eyes were looking at you. Keith, let me.
I'm good, yeah.
Oh, okay. You went over there Tuesday. I just want to kind of have a recap, okay? Want everything to be clear. You went over there Tuesday, correct?
Right.
Between 10 and 11 approximately.
Yeah.
Guys started.
I don't remember if I went to Main Street or if I went to the club.
10, 11 in the morning.
Yeah, 10, 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
At some point while you guys were drinking, you got in the argument over the meat.
Yeah.
Okay. During that argument, you picked up some sort of cord. You explained
Yeah.
that you made a loop and wrapped it around her head.
Yes.
You started choking her. You indicated that she did not fight back.
No.
Okay. How long did it take till you think
Maybe
She
a couple
died.
minutes.
a couple minutes of you choking her?
Yeah.
At that point, did you lower her to the ground or did she just fall to the ground, the floor?
I lowered her.
You lowered her to the floor. You indicated that you pulled her pants down. Initially, you did not know why,
I
Because-
don't know why.
because you can't get an erection. Did you penetrate her anus and vagina with your fingers?
I could have.
Okay, and then what about that bottle? That was also a possibility?
Yes.
Okay. Did you lay her hands
No.
flat and pose them on the ground like that, perfectly flat on the ground?
No.
Did you put shoes on her?
Yes.
Okay. Did you at some point come back to the apartment the next day and cover her head in a bag and take the bag? This would have been
I think I did it at night.
You might have done it that night,
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Okay.
You see, a lot of this is foggy with me.
I understand.
I don't-
At what point did you put the blanket on her?
Uh,
Was that this morning when the cops were at the door?
no, that was Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. So Tuesday night you spent the night in your house. Wednesday you woke up, you went over to your house to get your glasses.
Here I looked
Charge
for
your
it,
phone.
because I went back, like, one more time at my place. looking
Yeah.
for it.
But then you ended up staying Wednesday into Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday, Meals on Wheels came and eventually the police came.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Did we miss anything, Keith?
I don't think so. Some of it, I tell you, I don't remember.
That's fair enough, but
So during the time, what were you doing when you were just waiting with her?
Doing what now?
When you were waiting in her apartment, what were you doing?
I think I had a snack and fell asleep.
Okay.
I guess I have one last question for you. I know you indicated that after you killed her, was there at any point else on these other days prior to the police becoming involved, did you penetrate her body with fingers or other foreign objects, either
I think I
vaginally
did.
or anally?
I think I did.
You think you did? And what day would that have been?
Wednesday?
And what did you do?
What did I do?
Did you digitally penetrate her anus or vagina, or did you use that bottle again?
Maybe both.
Okay.
Did you ever penetrate her with your penis?
Never. I told you I don't.
Did you try? Did you rub it against her or anything?
No.
Did you do anything else to her vagina? Did you put your mouth on it? Anything like that?
I could have. I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay, we're going to walk you back to that holding cell, and we're going to go from there, okay, Keith?
Okay.
I appreciate you
What do
coming.
you want me to do with that?
We'll take care of it. I appreciate you coming clean with me, Keith.
Oh,
I know it took a while to get there.
I didn't mean to do it.
I know you didn't, Keith. I don't think you're an evil person. We told you that from the get-go.
If you want to get started with free cash, click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen. It's free to sign up, so why not give it a shot?